The views and opinions expressed by the host do not reflect yours. You're now under the influence of good conversation. This is Vibes, the podcast, hosted by Mimi.
Because it's my show. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Vibes. It's me, Mimi. I'll tell y'all my name this week, even though y'all know who I am. We got a special guest, new guest of the week. You want to introduce yourself? Tell the people a little bit about you, sir, mysterious guest man.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Skipper. Hey, this is Romar Salas, podcast. No, I'm joking. What if I just like hopped on, just like jacked your stuff, like yo?
You should go ahead. You want me to start over?
Nah.
No, like
we're already in. We're like 30 seconds in. Now.
It don't matter. We can do whatever we want to.
No, you know what I was actually gonna do is like sing that. It's a vibe. You ever thought about that?
It's
like
a
paying for
vibe.
licensing to like kind of like start that show off like that.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
See, that's why people are on here to give you good ideas.
Exactly.
Eric had another song. What's the song by what's the name of the group?
Shanae, it's a vibe remix.
Yeah.
No,
How
I'm just,
dare do you think?
I'm kidding.
Starting already.
I'm kidding.
Starting already.
All right, Ro, thank you for being on the show, man.
Damn, Eric put you off already.
Eric.
You gotta go.
You got gas money?
Eric, like, get your ass off the show.
Hey, yo, man, to everybody out there that's been driving through this road and stuff, please be safe, man. Because, you know, we get 2 inches of snow here in Chicago, and we act like we don't know what we're doing.
Like we have not been living here our whole life.
Yeah, man, it's nice.
Introduce yourself, nigga. Tell the people who you are.
Hey, y'all. I'm
What do you do?
Salas. This is like my 3rd time being annoyed by Mimi. Why do I keep doing this? Stay tuned. But in any case, though, yeah, I do music. I do stuff. I'm an audio engineer. You guys may know me from my affiliation with AIM Gang. That consists of me, Sarah Bradley, Josie Green, and Shy Atkins. Shout out to the fellas. What up, y'all? And I'm the in-house producer, and like I said, in-house engineer. So I do pretty much everything.
Boom. You're an important person.
Yeah.
To yourself, too. You just name like 50 things that you do.
Jesus as well.
Boom. There you go. Yeah, there y'all have it. Ro is on the show today, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be interesting. I'll say that. What's our choice of beverage? Ro, you said you had this already.
Mm-hmm. Since you put me on blast, let me go ahead and say it. Hey guys, today's beverage is Kung Fu Girl.
What is this
It's
voice?
a 2015 Washington States. On the back of the bottle, it says Riesling Evergreen, Ancient Lace, Columbia Valley, bent and bottled by Charles Smith Mars. In Mattawa, Washington. I promise you guys, I've had 2 sips. I have not like.
What is this voice?
With that voice, I don't know.
You sound like the dude from The Simpsons. What's his name? I can't think. Like, you may know me from such films. What is his name?
Troy McClure.
Troy McClure.
You may know me for some movies.
And it's some movie that you've never seen before.
That's what your ass sound like. Like, what? All right, y'all. So y'all heard Ro. We drinking on Kung Fu Girl. I didn't know what the fuck this said until I just looked at the bottle. But that's what it's called.
That's why you gotta read it before you drink it.
That's not how my life works, apparently. Riesling, Kung Fu Girl. It's okay. I'm not like the biggest fan of this Riesling. It's not the best one I had, but if you want to go out and find it, you can. Because otherwise, I don't give a shit. All right, y'all. Let's get into this music lyric of the week. Ro, are you ready?
I think so.
Because you're a music person, so I think this is really easy.
You said about all of them.
I do.
It'd be like terribly hard.
That would be
do.
hard.
Note from David Bowie, 1977.
No, I'm not going back. I haven't went back that far yet because I think nobody will really get it. I'll go back to Jackie Wilson and people will be like, "Who the fuck is Jackie Wilson?" I'm like, am I the only one who knows? That's fine. That's fine. I am an old woman. There's an old woman trapped on the inside of me. All right, you ready? They say I was the abomination of Obama's nation.
Power
You're a piece of trash. You are a hot piece of trash.
But you should have known, like,
I know I chose Kanye purposely because you are.
That was a terrible pick. You should have chose like Mickey
the
Facts.
rest of the
Like
song.
one song for that man.
Nobody else would have guessed that, which I should have.
Yeah.
But I didn't make that easy. See, these
I
are the
knew that,
people
though.
that I know. These are the people that need to be on this show. Everybody else, I'm giving them the easiest lyric. They're like, "What is this?"
What did you say, though,
I didn't even finish reading.
You gave me a fun. I don't listen to a fun.
The world listens to it.
I don't. He reminded me of that other guy.
Eric said,
Why
wait, why
I
do
didn't say
people?
I said Urkel.
No, you already said it.
No,
You already said it.
No, the
Am
Ark
I
of
the only
Covenant,
person who?
The Bible.
I think I'm the only
First
person.
of all, what are you talking about?
No, I'm saying like everybody thinks he sounds like R. Kelly.
He does.
He does.
Am
His
I
whole
the only
style.
one?
Yeah, apparently so.
He didn't steal
He
it.
didn't. No, he
You
didn't.
can definitely
Yeah,
tell that's one of his songs.
yeah. That's one of his influences.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. His first album is
Yeah,
special.
separated.
Yeah. Like
I don't
all around,
know.
ooh yeah. Yeah, he's like the non-rapist version.
Well, hold your thought on that. We don't know that.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
No, we do know that.
No, these
No, we
is
don't.
in this day and
I mean,
age.
I'm just saying, if I've been chilling, he ain't in the press. You know, he didn't hit. He didn't punch. What's the girl he been with? He reconnected with even after she did her prison bid.
Kiki Wyatt.
Yeah, he didn't punch her in the face. They've never thrown.
That's true. Even though she was out here stabbing hoes.
Yeah, she stabbed him 13 times, and she served that time, and she got out, and they did this beautiful wedding song, which is just really.
Wait, who did she stab?
Her husband. At the time.
What was his name? Damn, Kiki been married like 5 times.
I think it was Mr. Operation, because that's how many holes he had in him.
Go away.
After she got through stabbing.
I forgot all about that. Not that she stabbed somebody, but that she was married. Kiki,
Yeah,
like,
got like
it's-
20 kids.
she's-
Not
yeah,
20, but a lot.
almost. She's 9. All right. Well,
He stabbed him for every child.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus, forget about that.
I'm
Well,
sorry, I'm making really light out of this.
No,
But they're
that's
both
cool.
alive and well.
They
and
are.
fighting in court right now.
y'all be alive. Avant, stay where you at. We don't want to hear anything bad about you, dude. Stay where you at. All right, y'all. Let's get into since we've been just random. Let's get into the snippet of the week. This is actually my jam. Since Ro is the guest this week, we're gonna play his song called "Glow Up." It's gonna be a snippet of the
Produced
week.
by my homie, 25th Hour. Yeah.
Yeah, all of that. So make sure y'all listen to the whole show because the full song will be at the end of the show. But here is a snippet.
I'm reloaded. Brought you the winning, the coldest. I grew up the oldest, so I understand if you jacking my style, you just smile at the roses. No matter who stole it, I swear you can tell when it's over, it's wrong. The track on the show, and I came from the back of the back trying to score on my planet, but Tabby got telling me go. So what I'ma go? Hey, catch you mama with the grow. We don't push down, just stroke. Even these honest is smooth. Matter of fact, you can fact check all of my past in the whoop. Used to ride on the L and they come in to lose with the fire in hell and they come out consumed. You talking about, boy, you off count. I ain't never ran out of no music. Head of my classes, I'm always a student. I'm full of passion, shit, love for the movement. Got love for the misfits and greatest. So maybe your life, we ain't riding ruins. Maybe the chase that comes out to the foolish. Shit that was around me is finding it losing. It's time to get used to me. Usually I would stay cool, but Josie taught me I should go ahead and do it now. I've been working hard on myself.
Yeah, that's my jam right there. I know myself.
You
Yeah.
want to hear something interesting about this song?
Go for
I
it.
refuse to perform that entire song.
Why?
I did the first verse. Were you there at the Shut the Emporium?
Yep.
I did the first verse, and I was so exhausted. And
Oh, cause it's like back to back super
well,
fast.
it's just it's a lot. And like I went home that night and I watched Kendrick Lamar's performances. I'm like, oh, you cheater. He doesn't perform any of his whole songs. The rapidy rap. He just goes and point the mic at the crowd. Like,
That shit is tiresome.
What up? Come on.
That's Nicki Minaj's whole set right there. Like, yo. All right, now you gotta include the second verse in the.
Not a chance.
All right.
Y'all want the second verse? Buy the song.
Basically.
Said by the song.
Yeah. By the
Oh,
song.
you got jokes. But
And you,
just for that.
you'll get.
Very soon, guys, I'm gonna have some really dope news.
Okay, that's why. I
Yeah,
had
no,
to hit that.
I know. I changed distributors because DistroKid is trash. So yeah,
People are trash these days.
so I changed distributors, and yeah, you will be able to buy that second verse.
All right. Well, there y'all have it. That's Ro. Marsalis will glow up everywhere, right? iTunes.
Right now, it's just on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
At the moment, like I said, I kind of got jacked. You know, since I'm here, I'm gonna just say your app. So check this out, right? I'm uploading the stuff, right?
Mhm.
I'm DistroKid, and mine just is like 23 songs, whatever. I'm uploading it, and I get them all loaded, whatever. And then I get an email the next day that says, "Oh, we're not able to upload all of the songs. You need to pay an additional for another package." And so it kind of messed me up because I already put it out there, like I had already published and said, "Yeah, it's gonna be up, 2 days from now or whatever."
Right.
And it was just like, "But we can still upload 14 of these tracks." And I'm like, "I'm not about to upload half of the
23.
collection. That's stupid." So I put it all down. And so then I was just like, let me just pull everything down from DistroKid because I was going under another name that I'm not familiar with.
Oh
So
yeah, we talked about that. You had like
it's so
5,000
rough.
names.
I have had 5,000.
Yeah.
Because I'm 5,000 years old. But
Oh.
no, so that's what happened with that. But guys, really soon, I promise, I have a really dope announcement to make, and it'll be worthwhile, and it'll all be up.
And you'll get the second verse of Glow Up. All right. Well, let's get into some black shit. Y'all ready? That's all this black shit. I don't know. Black ass shit. Y'all know I've been forgetting to do that.
I like cursing.
I like cursing a lot.
Let's see.
A filthy mouth is a clean spirit.
Where did you hear that?
I don't know. I just made it up. Sounds good.
It sounds like you made that up.
Doesn't it sound good though?
It's extremely contradictory.
It is, but it sounds good.
Mm,
Filthy mouth is a clean spirit because you get everything out.
eating trash makes you clean. That's extremely.
Eating trash makes you clean. Being trash makes you dirty. Do you see what I did there?
See what this wine did there?
We'll do this
See,
all day.
It's called Kung Fu Girl, and she's writing haikus now, guys.
We'll do this all
So
day.
if you need that extra creative spark, go pick you up
Get
a
some
bottle
Kung
of
Fu Girl. Boom. And then you'll figure out
You're
that
philosophizing.
what Rose said, being trash and eating trash. Whatever. All right, let's get into some black shit. I quit. I quit. Yeah, I'm not here for this. The internet will probably trash me, but I already said that I don't think Coming to America was funny. They're about to do a sequel.
They heard you.
I doubt that. Eddie Murphy already has the green light, and he just got the director, and they're about to start the sequel.
I'm excited about that just because, like, Eddie Murphy has been afraid of his own shadow, and, like, that's the reason why he won't do any more stand-ups or anything. He's just like, well, I don't want to do it, and it's not better than the last time I was out and different things. So I think this is pretty cool because I do think it's probably going to be terrible, but the fact I'm not done, right? So, no, but the fact that we get to see Eddie Murphy doing what we love Eddie Murphy doing, which is making terrible films of him, in cosplay and several characters. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, Coming to America to me is a classic. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, Sexual Chocolate.
It's not funny to me.
That's a classic. That is a
Sure it
classic.
is.
You dressed up in a jerry curl and a blouse
I saw it.
and got up there in front of a whole church and saying, "I believe the children are the future." That it just sounds funny. Look, Eric's laughing over there because it just sounds funny to think about. Can you imagine writing that?
That boy good.
Yeah, it's great. Once again, 40 different characters on the show.
They had like funny tidbits throughout the movie, but first off, I'm not embarrassed. I just watched Coming to America for the first time last year.
Well, see, that's why you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
It's dumb.
Because
that's like I just played NBA 2K1.
This year.
Those graphics are terrible.
Those graphics.
How dare you guys
amazing.
play?
No.
Oh man, I had to go buy a Dreamcast from a third party. But oh my gosh, it's
I
such
would
a
like
hassle.
to purchase a Dreamcast if somebody has one. That's a different thing. Here's the thing: Black people amp up like movies way too much. Some movies, and this is just my opinion. It's not funny to me, but that's not what we're talking about. They're coming out with the sequel. It's going to be absolute terrible trash.
And what if it's actually good?
I doubt that.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
If it's good, I mean, first of all, this is what I do love about us because we are some of the hardest people to please. Because we'll do something.
So true.
Hey, Wakanda forever. We'll dress up in African drive, and we don't even know what our lineage is. We don't know
At
what
all.
that is. And we'll dress up in African. been a dashiki, you feel me? And we'll do that. We'll go to the film. We'll pack it out. We'll have the best opening week ever for Marvel. And then the next week, we're like, the movie was mid, though. It wasn't even all of that. So I do know, regardless, we're still going to show up and show out. So I appreciate that. So, like, that's what I'm actually looking forward to.
Oh, the dress up and
doing
everything
more blockbuster
else.
films. You know what I mean? Us continue to make our presence felt in this young, oversaturated Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Culture.
All right. Yeah. My opinion is simply, I'm not here for it. It's just gonna be so terrible. But I do feel like it's going to be a box office hit. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's gonna gross over $100 million.
I don't even know what the first one did.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but because the world has seen Coming to America at this point, I do feel like it's gonna be a box office hit. It's still gonna be terrible. I'm not into people doing all these remakes now. It's like, where's the originality in Hollywood? Like, everybody wants to do a damn remake. They have Robert Townsend asking if he was on Instagram asking if people wanted a Baps 2. No, my nigga.
Nobody wanted a Baps 1.
No.
Baps, man.
Come on, Robert Townsend. Baps of all your movies.
Listen, like, we had humble beginnings. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta understand. These white Jewish folks weren't trying to give us
Shite.
no type of money. Robert Townsend, he's really interesting. He did an interview with Breakfast Club, and it was very enlightening because he was just talking about how none of the big Hollywood studios wanted to pick up any of his films, so he funded a majority of those by himself. Yeah. And so when you think about that, and the fact that these are some of the only situations in the early 90s and late 80s where we had full creative control, it's like, yo, we had to start somewhere. And so one thing I am glad about, once again, not to like be redundant, is the fact that we at least showed up. You know what I mean? We showed up to the theater.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock that.
Right. I mean, shoot, you seen what's the name of the superhero movie you came out with?
Was it Meteor Man?
Meteor Man. Yeah.
That movie was awful.
It was horrible.
It is so awful, but I love it.
As a kid, I thought it was good, but as a grown up, like that shit.
No,
awful.
No, just as a black superhero, like wow, that's cool.
I was like, this is trash.
It's awful.
It is trash.
You know what I mean? I grew up with Spawn.
And you got all those stars in the movie.
Yeah, I forgot about Spawn.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm naming other black
superheroes.
Yeah.
But, like, even then, like, that's how white Hollywood treated us. Like, y'all can be heroes, but y'all gonna be anti-heroes.
Right.
So you gotta die, go to hell, and ask the devil for superpowers, and then you gotta be a vampire, kill other vampires. It's like the symbolism is there, like, you know. But so like we had humble beginnings, so it's just like now we actually have money. Did you guys see Night School? What do you think of Night School?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Okay, Kevin Hart, that's all him, but it's state-of-the-art stuff. Like, so for the first time we get to see, not first time, but like, because Ryan Coogler, you know, Black Panther, et cetera, there's a lot of that now. But for the first time that I've seen, it's a fully funded, you know, movie by a complete black production, black writers, black cameraman, different things like that. He probably hired some white folks. I'm not saying we black only. But the point being, though, it's like it's completely funded by Kevin Hart. And you know what I mean? And it's like, it's quality. It's actually really funny to me. And so I enjoyed it a lot, but you know, I mean, you gotta obviously think Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart are funny, and not stand-up funny black people, just regular funny. It's so funny because, like I said, we so fickle. That when the girls, what's that movie, Girls Trip came out?
Yeah.
Every black woman I knew was like, oh my god, who is that one chick? Tiffany Haddish? No, it's Tiffany Haddish. And like now, we collectively cannot stand her, and I don't understand why.
People, I don't know. That's a really good question. Black people, we do this. But first off, I was already just off put by people not knowing who she was before. I'm like, she's been doing this for like 10 years at this point. Then this is the first time a lot of people were seeing her, and I'm like, okay, you just hearing her. But I don't know. We do that.
That was like her first lead, though, and I think that's
it was. But I guess I knew her from her stand up already, and she had been in the typical black movies. What's his First Sunday and all kind of shit.
Yeah, she had very small roles.
Yeah,
I remember those. And like the very first thing I remember seeing her in was on the show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and she was a stripper.
Of course she was.
In one of the episodes.
This is how they cast us.
And like she had 3 lines.
Boom. At this point, like as an actress, it don't even matter how many lines you have. Like, if you can make your presence be known, you can do that with one word. Or you don't even have to have lines at this point. And that's when that's when people will know, oh, that person has talent. like, oh, she didn't have any lines. He didn't have any lines, but I still remember him or her from that film. But that's a good question to pose. I don't know why we do that as Black people. Like, we put somebody on this high pedestal, especially like in Hollywood or in entertainment business, and then a year after, tear them down.
You ain't even that good, Kevin Hart. Even though
Tear
you
them
showed up to all
completely
of your
down.
shows and bought all your stand-ups and made you a multimillionaire. You're not funny.
That's what we do. All right. Well,
We say stuff like, y'all remember Paper Soldiers? That's when he was funny. Paper Soldiers sold 10 videos. Nobody bought
worldwide.
Paper Soldiers. Nobody bought that movie. Every Paper Soldiers,
Worldwide.
every
shit, I
copy of
forgot
Paper
about that.
Soldiers I ever saw was a bootleg.
That's so
Nobody
true because that's
bought
how
that.
I saw
Or
it.
you
That's
just,
what I'm saying.
or you just saw it on BET when they ran it 20 times in a row.
I didn't even know I saw a bootleg.
I didn't see that shit bootleg. I didn't know who the fuck Gerard was. So I saw it on
Oh
BET.
man.
Well, Beanie Siegel was the main character.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a Rockefeller film, but like, I mean, it was hilarious to me then, and it's still hilarious now. But you know, that's what we say. I remember he was on Paper Soldiers. That's when
Yeah.
he was funny.
We
Nah,
want
you
to
remember-
go back
You remember
and
he was on the,
recognize
you
your
remember he was in the
humble
Lean Back
beginnings.
video? That's when he was funny. When he had his TV show on ABC like 15 years ago. That's when he was funny.
Well, hey man, Scary Movie 3. That's when he was funny. No, he wasn't. Stop lying. Stop.
All right, yeah. Well, anywho, next story. I still don't support Coming to America too, but whatever. This is the most random thing. He just could have stayed where he was. Irv Gotti is coming out with the Murder Inc. TV series. Why? Why does the world need that?
What, the new
What
Murder
is like
Inc.?
the first? No, the same Murder Inc. But he's just turning their entire story into a TV series.
Because it's like a thing now. You just got people doing that. The whole success of Straight Outta Compton allowing these people to do that. They want to shut up stories.
I know. Well, I'm not knocking like him trying to be on his grind and hustle and make sure that Black people are in it and winning. I'm not knocking that, but it's like, who wants to hear about Murder Inc.? Like, what is something that y'all still remember about that whole era?
I think everything, man, because up until 50 Cent just showed up out of nowhere with that Wankster video, like, I mean, you couldn't stop Ja Rule. You could not stop Ja
That's
Rule.
true.
I think
It was
people-
50 in the FBI.
Yeah.
You couldn't stop Ja Rule. You know, for real though. Like, I'm not finna play like I used to rule, you know.
Roll up with my baby.
Yeah, exactly. No, seriously, like, gee, he had.
The fact that y'all just did that simultaneously.
You couldn't stop him. You had him at the front, and you had
Oh,
Ashanti
man.
at the back, writing all of the stuff with her extremely. Let me stop. Yeah.
No, go ahead and say what
No,
you
I was
gonna
just gonna say like
No, say what
a
you
lot of those songs pre-auto tune.
say.
In retrospect, it's like watching Coming to America for the first time last year. It's like, nah, you're not gonna have the right type of appreciation for it. But like now, some of them joints, I'm like,
I mean, I'm here for the songs, but he already tried this. Maybe like 2016, 2017. He tried to do either a TV series or something or a movie, and it just didn't work because we were like,
I think no, but that was about his family though. That was about him and his family.
we didn't give a shit.
Excuse me. Oh goodness. This time, excuse me, guys. This time it's about Murder Inc. And so I mean, listen, man, these guys were powerhouses at one point.
They
And
were
I think that
in that whole era.
Like I remember somebody put it up on Twitter. They put it side by side of I think it was Rolling Stones that ran the story. And said it was a review of Beyonce's first album, Dangerously in Love.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, good album, but she's no Ashanti. That's how big Ashanti
Wait,
was.
hold on. Wait, what?
Yes, that's how big Ashanti,
Ashanti,
was.
yeah, you
Remember,
know what?
they were saying she was next after Aaliyah.
What is her title? Like, you know how they do King and Queen of R&B? What do they call
she
her?
was the princess.
Princess
That was calling
of
her the
R&B.
princess.
Yeah.
I think they said she was the princess of hip hop soul. I think
Something
I
like
thought
that.
they gave her a nickname on that first
Yeah.
album.
Like, and that first album was high.
The first two albums.
Last track.
The first two
and
albums were really
She
good.
started. She
Yeah.
did that acapella. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it said. Yeah. Like I said, in retrospect, hey y'all,
fuck.
when y'all remaster that, make sure y'all put I mean, but they made a lot of money. They were very important.
They
I
were.
think, to not just hip hop, but just like black culture at one point. And hey yo, turn your car off.
That's not my car. I don't know whose fucking car it is. Eric, can you turn your thing off? Some
Fictional
white
line.
people
Fictional
interrupting our podcast.
I'm gonna not acknowledge that. It's so loud.
It's white people. I guarantee you, if I go outside and look, it's gonna be some white people. Yeah. I feel like if we could, we can't open this because it's not a real window. Anywho, Murder Inc. was very popular and important in that era. But I feel like, I don't know. You know how this whole B2K thing is coming back about now?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here like, who gives a shit about B2K? And then apparently the whole world does. Yeah. So if he's coming out with this show, people probably are gonna be into it.
Can we talk about that? I want to talk about the fact that Omari was like, "Hey yo, this R. Kelly stuff is foul."
Oh yeah.
So
after we
thing,
ain't performing his
song
song.
again.
But let me get
We
this
knew.
bag first.
But it was such a contrite statement because you act like y'all just been touring, right? Y'all just been touring everywhere around
You
the
been
world.
knew about
And
this.
you know what? You can't believe R. Kelly is doing this.
And
So
it's
you know
only
what?
like 2 fucking songs.
After this. Well, it's actually 4. No, he did a lot.
The biggest one.
The biggest one's like 2
What
though,
a
isn't
Girl
it?
Wants, Girlfriend original and the remix.
Bum bum bum.
Bum bum bum.
And
That's
what's the
4. Yeah, that's 4.
Oh, and the
Well, they ain't gotta do the
You
remix.
know what?
The remix you said though.
Yeah, the remix. Which I fuck with the remix of Girlfriend.
Yeah,
so to
both of
say.
them. Both of
I
them.
didn't like the original one was cool, but the remix was a lot better.
And then original,
I
you knew
forgot about
it
this
was
shit.
R. Kelly on the original because of them damn horns.
Yeah, he had
This
he
how
had a
you
very
know, like, the
simplistic ass
horns and them
production.
damn
Yeah,
water drops because he put
Yeah.
it in
I
everything.
was saying it's very
so-
simple.
What a
Simplistic
Girl
production.
Wants.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's R. Kelly. And he's doing all the background vocals. They're not even singing background vocals on the song. It's R. Kelly. What a girl wants. We should have known, guys. We should have known. That's when he started calling himself the Pied Piper because he was like, you know, I can get with these teenagers. And
Didn't
can do
I
exactly
say
what I've
that
been
like
doing.
on last
over
week's?
again.
You should have known when he said age ain't nothing but a number to a 15-year-old
But that's what I said
girl.
on last week's
He wrote that
podcast. Like
entire
he
thing.
was manipulating us. It was there. Like we knew, but we didn't know at the same
Yeah,
time.
it
I mean,
seems-
I don't
it
know
seems
what I
like
was
you're
listening
ready.
to. I don't know what I was listening to today. Maybe the Read podcast, and they were just like, when this stuff came out, we were like 10, 11, 12. So we were paying attention, like, but we were only listening to like the beat of
Mhm.
the song because of the popularity. I don't think
But
I can
that's
say
where
for
his
myself.
genius lied. It lied in the fact that, like, he could be saying the most foulest things.
Yeah.
But it sounded wonderful. And that's why people are so
We're
torn
still
on him now.
listening.
People are not torn on R. Kelly because I think they condone his actions. And that's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm canceling and I've been canceling people all week long. I'm canceling any and every R. Kelly apologist. However, I'm understanding that most people are not even defending him at this point. They just saying, but yo, 12 Play was a raw album. And I'm just like, yo, go listen to Joe. Go listen to Jodeci. Go listen to
Anybody else?
anybody else. Even though, Casey was putting his foot in Mary J. Blige. Anyway, but yeah, like
Wait,
there's other
what?
stuff to listen to. Y'all know about
Random,
that?
yeah.
I know about that.
remember.
Who don't know about
That was a random ass
So you're
fact.
having my baby, and I push you down the stairs. All right, I'm sorry. Yo, that's foul. That's foul.
Wait, now
Don't give me no more.
this is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the week. I'm
Alright,
like
I'm done.
the most popular, not even the popular hits, but the songs that like all the black culture knows as popular ones. I'm about to be just reading up on all the lyrics. I
But
feel
you
like
know,
I'm gonna learn so much shit.
On another note, though, that whole song, I'll be sure wrote that for who just passed? Kim Porter, because that's when she was pregnant. So he wrote that for her.
Oh yeah,
So
they did
that's
say
why he
this.
said, "So yeah, my
I just found
baby."
that out too.
Yeah, so he wrote that for
They
her.
was doing
And that
this
is her, yeah.
memorial thing.
Mhm.
Shout out to Eric for cleaning up my push a pregnant lady downstairs.
I mean,
I blame Kung Fu Girl for that. It's got me feeling violent.
I think it's drugs in here.
It's got
I've
me feeling
literally
violent.
I just poured myself
Why am
another
I
cup.
the only one done? How about
No,
that?
this
No,
is
she
my
just
second one.
she just refilled.
Okay. I
It's
feel
drugs
better
in
now.
this drink.
I definitely feel better now.
Good stuff. I can curse. Good shit. How about that? All right. This sparked a controversy a little bit on Instagram. Meek Mill he made a comment about lace front wigs, and he got some of these ladies riled up. He said he had a traumatic experience with lace fronts. He was having sex with some girl, and he was hitting from the back. He wanted to pull her hair, and the whole wig came off. And he said he was traumatized. And a lot of the ladies, I don't know where the fuck they're from, Love and Hip Hop, Mona Scott Young shows, and all kind of little kookies and the Cash Dolls and all of them. They were offended because they care about their lace fronts.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Sure they were offended. Sure they were offended. But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know, the internet is just like, social media is like one big sham now to me. I feel like people aren't really concerned with topics like they say they are. They just want Meek Mill to respond.
Oh, that's
I
it.
feel like
That's
99%
it.
of them, if he was just like, I'll buy you a sew-in instead. Well, let Meek Mill buy them a sew-in and make them eat whatever statement or retort they had back at them.
If Meek Mill is out here like, please stop wearing lace fronts, I'll get your sew in, I'll pay for your sew in. These hoes hopping on it.
I mean,
They
and
really
once
are.
again, I'm not being. I don't mean to be sexist. I'm just saying. I'm finding a lot of
I'm
people
being
are caping
sexist.
about
These
she said
hoes
it.
ain't loyal.
She said it. I
They
didn't say
did.
it. But I just feel like a lot of people are caping for causes that really aren't causes. It's just
They're
like,
not.
Yo, I could be one of the first ones to say something back at this mug and get them to respond.
Oh yeah, they definitely want attention,
Mm.
and then once the attention is on them, it's like, oh, I have all this attention.
And they do the same thing.
Yeah, they do the same thing.
Here's my
But-
Instagram link. Here's my SoundCloud.
But
here's my
don't at
mother's
this
page.
point you get paid for anything like on Instagram. If you draw attention to your Instagram, it's always a way to flip it and get paid. So of course they're gonna be like, I'm about to comment some dumb shit on this. I'm with you. I'm like, why is lace front wigs a thing? Like, why is it a cause that you're speaking up for? I'm speaking up for lace front wigs because we really need them. I mean, it's if you bald head, you bald headed. Like, that's fine. Just wear your natural fade and keep it moving.
It's a shame.
I don't understand.
No, I like that, when women switch. Like Jess Hilarious.
Mhm.
Every time she posts a new little Instagram thing, her hair is completely different than last time. So it's like
Different
it's
wig
like,
every week.
we know, you know what I mean? And that's cool. Like, that when in the 90s, moms couldn't know. Like, it was kind of like taboo for moms to know that you got the fake stuff. Now, guys don't care about that. But like Meek Mill said, yo, you knew going into this situation.
That was a lace front.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I should be able to pull that joint up. That's all he was saying. You know what I mean? And to that, all of the fellas out there, man, that had these similar traumatic experiences, I've been blessed enough not to have. But to my fellas out there that have dealt with this, go get some help. Go talk to your local black beautician.
So she can
So she can
tell you to
explain
switch to sew
what you
ins
just
instead of lace
experienced.
fronts.
It's not abnormal. Our sisters be out here doing what they gotta do.
You do what you gotta do. Can I make a PSA? I'm not against weaves and all of that stuff. I just don't wear them. But I really want women to stop gluing on their lace fronts.
People still do that.
Yeah, they still use glue.
Oh, no.
Women, it's 2019. If you can't afford a sew in, then you just got to get out here and hit the streets. Give some head, whatever you need to do to get this proper sew in. Make sure you get it because I'm over the glue. Like I can see it. It's right there.
Well, if you get a
on your
sew-in,
forehead.
I would think you wouldn't need it, right?
If you get a sew in, you don't need to glue. Yeah, your sew in lasts longer. If I can't take it like the glue all right here. Like okay, if you want to put on a lace front, it's wig. I don't know what they're called, like wig designers, hairstylists out here who are like so great that you don't even know that it's a damn lace front.
Yeah, and it'd be 100% Remy, ladies.
100%. I don't even know hair like that, but I could put y'all go and follow
You
Jay
can see
Stay
it.
Ready. That's my friend from college, and his ass makes a bomb wig. But you don't even know that it's a wig or a lace. Of course, you know it's a wig, girl. We know that's not your hair. That's not the point. Stop using glue. That's my point. Please, you're better than that. Even if you're not, just believe you're better than that. Stop using glue.
No, I forgot what's the name. What's the chick's name? She was the daughter on the Parkers.
Oh, Countess Vaughn.
Countess Vaughn. Yeah, she talks about how gluing.
Oh,
and
she
doing all
did,
that.
and it
Yeah.
took all of
It took all of
her
that
hair
stuff.
out.
It's
I mean,
not
that's why she don't have
healthy
no
for you
edges.
ladies. It's not healthy. There are other alternatives. There's a bunch of different ways to do it now. You know what I mean? I understand. And we got that extra 50. I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But glue, it's been proven time and time again.
Yeah, I mean,
not
it's
gonna be
taking your hair out. That's
scot-free.
why you got 32, 35-year-old ladies out here looking like they got receding hairlines.
Yeah, but don't
because
take it from
you
me.
lost your edges.
I'm somebody right now who doesn't know what he's doing with his hair.
I'm
so.
somebody who still has my edges. And take it from me, stop using glue. Because you don't want to be 35 and you're looking like an old white man.
Do you have any friends that don't have edges anymore?
Yes, I do.
Mm,
And I tell her daily, you don't have edges.
mm,
And now she gets sew-ins.
Has she tried to fight you yet?
Many a times.
Many times.
Many a
Okay,
time
okay.
she's tried to fight me.
Alright,
I think she picks arguments with me because we're friends, but it's like you don't have edges because you let this thing happen.
Hey, like, how does this conversation come about? I know this is completely random. I just imagine y'all like being in the car, like, girl, what you want to eat? And then she'd be like, I want McDonald's. She was like, and she was like, what? And you were like, She was like, what? And you were like, it's because you don't have edges that you want McDonald's, and like it's just like a whole fight.
That's very close. That's
really
that's very close.
Wow, that's terrible.
I'm very
you one of those people.
I am a trash person, and it's very close. We'll be in a car, just like we finna go have some sushi and wine, and she just got her hair did, and I'm like, your hair cute, thank you. And I rub her non-edges.
That's terrible.
And it's like, your edges.
Hey, yo, I like these new fronts where it look like the baby hairs is there.
I can't stand that.
I like
I can't
those,
take it.
yo.
I
That's
can't take
kind of slick.
That shit is terrible.
Listen, man. Black women out here doing it. We getting better, man. Because when I was growing up, when we was growing up in the 90s and stuff, I remember the tracks. And that was a dark era. The tracks and the perms. That was a dark era, dog. You know what I mean? So we've come a long way. And like I said, dudes ain't got this Beijing epidemic going on right now. We ain't got no room to talk. Can I tell you something? Let's talk about this. I want to talk about this really quick, right? Hey, yo.
Oh my God.
To my black barbers out there, right? And I feel like this is a suburb barber thing, too, because I don't be hearing about this happening with the city barbers. You suburb barbers, right? I know I'm light-skinned. If I did not ask you for Beijing, do not volunteer Beijing on my hair. I don't understand that. Like, when I was in high school, that was, like, they had it in the cabinet, and, like, it didn't come out unless you asked them if they had it and if they could apply it. Most barbers didn't even know how to do it. Nah, I went to the barber shop the other day. Homie just pulls out, he's going, I said, hey, bro, what you doing? He said, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting it. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm 28, okay? I don't have a receding hairline. Look at all this. I don't need Beijing. Like, my beard is extremely nappy. But what I found out, because I was talking to my homie, because I was so distraught about it, I'm like, yeah, man, woo, woo. And so he had to wash it out, whatever. He was like, hey, yo, that's just what they doing now.
How long does that last?
It can last anywhere between... If it's raining outside and it just gets wet, no, they have this holding spray crap now that they put on it.
I was like, it don't just like start
my man's
disappearing.
He grabbed the cardboard, grabbed this, right? And my man's just like, yo, Skip actually having some barber skill. And like, yo, by the way, shout out to the barber. I don't want you to think I'm dissing you because I definitely have an appointment with you next week.
I'm dissing you. Stop doing this shit.
But in any case, my man's like, yo, instead of actually lining it up, you know what I mean? I'm going to just...
Took a piece of cardboard.
And then when he was done adding the Beijing across it, he did this whole spray across it. And it feels like it makes your skin tight or whatever. But he said, yo, that's going to hold you for like 48 to 72 hours.
That shit is terrible.
Yeah, man. But I know a lot of cats that swept out of Beijing. And it's Drake's fault. You know he got Beijing, right?
Is that?
What?
That's what that is? That beard?
So y'all just think out of nowhere he just got this nice, luscious, full
I wonder, you know
black
what?
beard?
No,
I feel like I'm turning into a conspiracy theorist like Eric, because you got a conspiracy about everything. But I wondered that though. I'm like, you go from the wheelchair Jimmy, and then a few years later, I'm like, doesn't it take a long time to grow out a full on beard?
Well, he's half white, so not necessarily. But the issue and the way you know that it's not real is because it's so black. Mm-hmm. When it's that black, when it's this leather chair black, he's getting sprayed. That's how you know.
Gotcha.
You know, but he's half white, so the length could definitely be there. Mm-hmm. But as far as the girth and the fullness, that's the Beijing. Yeah.
I feel like women are gonna start doing that shit in a hot second. For all the
what
women.
You mean? Y'all been doing it with the eyebrows for a minute. I be seeing them spray on joints, and it stopped like right down the middle.
Beijing eyebrows right now.
You do?
But
they is darker than normal, G.
Yeah. You know why? Because like women now we have to like color. First off, I don't even want to make a PSA about how your eyebrows should look to women, because them big ass eyebrows that look like crayon markers, kill yourself. Like what's on your face? But that's different. I'm talking about like hairlines. I feel like because nowadays nobody has edges anymore, so they're about to start doing that shit on women.
To bring this full circle, hey yo, you remember that Ashanti's first video and she had them sideburns down here,
Go
my
away.
G?
Please
Oh
go
my god.
away.
G, y'all don't remember that?
Yes.
Dog, her sideburns was long as heck, G. Her sideburns.
Wait,
was
but
mad.
why were people out here, especially us, like young girls, were out here trying to figure out how could they get the Ashanti sideburn? And I never understood that.
Who
like,
wanted
what
the
the fuck
Ashanti
is wrong
sideburns?
with you?
Who wanted the Ashanti
So you
sideburns?
had the people who like were making fun of her, but I remember being in like elementary school, like high school, first years of high school. These girls were out here trying to grow out their sideburns. Like, bitch, what's wrong with you?
That's disgusting.
It really is.
And by the way, ladies,
I
hey,
question
if that's
their
what you
hygiene
choose to do,
because
yo,
of
you
that.
want sideburns, God bless you. I just think, in my own personal opinion, just for me, but who cares what I think? you
Shout
know.
out to Ashanti. She was like
But y'all-
sideburns no more.
Y'all don't need them sideburns that long.
She got slammed too hard.
She did.
Pause.
She shaved. She waxed her
She
sideburns.
definitely she cut after that first video.
Yeah.
I ain't see her with no more sideburns.
Ashanti out here trying to give out body goals and stuff. What is Ashanti like 39, 40?
38, 39, gotta be around that age.
She's still worth $30 million. She's still eating off them J-Lo records, G.
Yeah.
Eat.
God bless her.
Ashanti
Yeah.
was being petty a few months ago. J-Lo was performing like her last show
Mhm.
in Vegas, and she got on Instagram like, I wrote that. Calm down, Ashanti. We got you, girl.
Nah, I ain't mad at her. Get your money.
Get your
That's
bag,
published.
girl. We're still on black shit because we got all off topic. This is the last thing. Tierra Marie was ordered to pay 50 Cent $30,000 in the revenge porn case. Y'all remember?
Well, because it had nothing to do with 50. So
At
that's on her.
all. And I don't condone 50 Cent's behavior because he's too old and he's an asshole. But I'm like, it's your Instagram. You can do what you want to do, sir. But I was like, Tierra Marie, he don't got nothing to do with this shit. You mad because dude that you talking to put out a video of you giving him head. Like, you let him record you. It's ridiculous. And 50 Cent is going to be 50 Cent. He's petty.
And he took a picture of a still.
Yeah.
And there was no sexual activity going on in that. It was the aftermath, which, hey, y'all make sure y'all completely consent and y'all know when and where these videos are going. Because,
Please make sure.
man, I be on Twitter just randomly sometime. And so there's this one dude on there. His name is Wolf Blitzer on Twitter. At I exude sarcasm. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why she's laughing. Right, guys?
Okay.
Right. And so I stopped following them because it just got too messy. And it's always black stuff. It's never no other community. It's always us. And I got tired of seeing us be messy like that or just being seen in that light. But like every single day, there's some sort of a leak of some kind of some video or some image. And it's just the most ratchet hood rat stories, you know what I mean, going on. I'm just saying, like, it's for real. It's always, you know, like this last one I saw before I unfollowed them. I actually just muted them. I didn't unfollow them.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for being
that's the
honest.
terrible,
Thanks
the
for
terrible
being
part
honest.
about it because people
Mute
will look.
Wolf Blitzer.
No, but so I just muted them. I didn't unfollow them. But the last thing I saw, these two dudes were going back and forth over whose girl this girl was, and so they were taking pictures of her sleep and laying with her. And then the last dude was just like, hey, yo, this is why she be at my crib all the time, because your bed hard as bleep. And he's taking a picture in his bed laying with her. He's like, yo, when was you in my bed? And I'm like, but this is, y'all got to do better at
That's
protecting.
creepy.
I feel bad for the young lady because she probably don't even know this is going on.
She
They ain't
sleep.
added her, nothing. So they ain't even giving her name or nothing. But they just going back and forth about this young lady. Please know. Consent. Make sure y'all consenting about these videos and these pictures, man, because it's wild out here in
It's
2019.
a whole separate topic. Tierra Marie, please get your life in order. Like, make sure you consent, girl. We're gonna be out here. You grown. Take care of your business. Just make sure when he presses record, you said, you know, I'm good with that. Pay 50 Cent his money.
Things happen.
She ain't got that money.
She does not. I believe it, but you still
She
gotta
might
pay.
make that in Love and Hip Hop this year. Mona
Maybe.
already know 50. Just make the checks out to him.
Pay him his money
Yeah.
before he starts being petty again, and then
I don't think he's gonna do nothing. I mean,
it's
it's just-
50 Cent.
it's
I'm putting
$30,000. He's not like
50's
broke.
petty.
you know, like that.
Yeah, for his $30,000.
Hey yo, I do like the stray he sent at R. Kelly in that post.
What post?
about Tia Marie. He was like, pay me.
Oh yeah,
30,000.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I must have missed that one.
Something about R. Kelly. Something about Boo Boo.
boo boo and
It's really
like
disgusting.
yeah, the boo boo in the bucket for R. Kelly
Yeah,
or something.
that's nasty. But
We're not. No, the answer's no.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Moving on to I Discovered. I'm like, what the fuck?
we ended on Boo Boo.
We
Yes.
did. Ended on Boo Boo.
Well, R. Kelly is boo boo, so there you go.
Thank you,
great
Eric. Thank you
podcast,
for that
guys.
segue.
I love this podcast.
Thank you for that. All right, we're moving on to I Discovered. Music of the week, music sections or albums or artists that you've been listening to. I was listening to. Actually, I wasn't. So I was on Twitter, interacting with Random Tandem Podcast, and they kind of put me back onto Division because I forgot all about them. So I've been listening to Division's album Morning After this week, which is a jam. It really is. And then I've been listening to Avery Wilson, FYI, because the dude is talented. Like, his vocal ability is ridiculous. He can sing any fucking thing. He really can. He can sing a damn lid off a garbage can. And then I always have to listen to it because it's just, I don't know, it's an anthem to me. Lizzo's Coconut Oil. I don't know if I was listening to that last week or the week before, but that's my album. Well, it's more like an EP. That's my jam. I like Lizzo. Ro, what you been listening to this week?
Well, I annoyed the mess out of my wife. I like getting on Tidal and just like seeing what's new out. Just because if not, I'm gonna like naturally gravitate to like the stuff I've been listening to for forever. But
That's
like
me.
so I was just pressing forward through songs, and I landed on this one song. It's by this artist named Twin Shadow, and the song is called Broken Horses. And so it's really dope. It's very random, but it's kind of got like a reggaeton kind of feel to it, but it's a black dude. And it's just a really cool song. It's a lot of crossover
Broken
action
Horses.
going on. It's just really cool. So the song's called Broken Horses, and it just deals with like, yo, I'm not gonna keep like, he's basically talking about a young lady. Well, he mentions guy too, so I don't know, it could be. But he's basically just talking about not being the fall person to always pick somebody up. And he uses one scenario about, them being drunk all the time and different things like that. But it's just a really cool song. I really enjoyed it. And I found myself repeatedly playing it. And I'm not somebody that listens to reggaeton a lot. But, of course, naturally, I graduated to Bad Bunny's new album, which if you haven't heard it, hey, yo,
I haven't listened
can't
to it. Who else is
understand. I don't
listening
know
to
no
Bad Bunny?
Spanish, y'all. But that album's the bomb, man. It sounds really good. It sounds really, really good. I found out about Bad Bunny like most black folk probably did from the Cardi B album.
Yeah, that's
I like
definitely
it
me.
like that.
Who the fuck was on here? I think that was Doug
Was it?
that said he was listening to Bad Bunny.
Maybe.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't know any Spanish. If I knew Spanish, I'd probably sing along to the lyrics a little bit more.
It don't even matter
But,
at this point. If the song
yeah.
is dope,
Yeah.
we just be like, I don't know what he's singing, but that's
So
my shit.
I mean, outside of that, Tank dropped a new song, "Dirty." I checked it out. I was like, yeah, this is dirty.
Oh, I gotta get up on that. Okay.
And
All
I
right,
kept
Tank.
going, man. I miss the old Tank.
Old Tank.
Pause. I do.
Yeah, this new Tank, he's trying to keep up with like.
I ain't mad at
kids
him.
today.
Times, yeah.
I'm
I
not
am mad at him.
The
Go
reason
back
why
to being yourself and making good music.
well, he is being himself, I think. And like, there's a lack of pedophilia I feel within this music that lets me know, like, you know what I mean? He's still, he's doing all right. Tank's doing all right. That's all I'm saying.
No, okay, let's go back.
I know
Because
he's not
lack
talking
of
about-
pedophilia
he's-
is a great thing.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
know
need
he's not
any
talking
of it.
about 17-year-olds. He's not saying, show me some ID before you DIP.
That's great. That's great. I want a lot of art. I want all of the artists. I want there to be so much lack of pedophilia. We don't need any.
I love the fact that he, like, called himself the General R&B, and it's like, after this whole R. Kelly situation, I hope more people start to gravitate to his catalog because he really has a really amazing
He
catalog.
does.
Up until, like, that fourth album, then after that, it's just all, like, sex. So, but he used to make really good love songs.
He
Hey,
did.
you know what I'm saying? That I
He
could
did.
play during, like,
Tank.
my anniversary and just, like, chill nights with my wife. Now, Dirty is cool. It's, that's your brand.
What was the
but
song they had before that with
if-
him and Trey Songz and somebody else? Where we?
yeah,
Oh,
when
you talking about
Well,
the remix? You talking about
when
the
we-
remix they hopped on?
I
Yeah.
mean, that was my jam, but I was like,
exactly. It's just like,
filthy.
You know what I mean?
song.
Depending on the mood
it's-
you in, like,
I'm-
like
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool,
like
but like
these-
nah.
My
we don't
G,
need
I'm in
this,
the
we don't
car.
need
It's 3
this.
o'clock in the
Right,
afternoon.
exactly.
I got the kids in the back seat. I'm
Like,
just
come on,
not.
man.
This is not. But see, it's older catalog. I could play Please Don't Go. You know? And it applies to a number of things. When I'm paying bills, I'm sending to the money. Please don't
Oh.
go. You know what I mean?
She
Like,
found numbers, I had it.
I mean, maybe I deserve. Once again, it applies to a
I
number of
can
different
see.
situations. I
That's
stepped on
my
the
jam.
scale, picked up 20 pounds. I ate a double cheeseburger. Maybe I deserve. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Like, I just feel like he was more versatile back in the day.
What?
By the way, he writes and produces all of his stuff too. So he's
Oh,
And for other
that's
artists,
just
he wrote for
to know.
Aaliyah before
he
she
wrote
passed.
for Aaliyah, Marcus Houston,
Yeah.
and B2K and them
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right,
all of the same circles, but none of the pedophilia. See,
that's a great.
it's
thing.
possible.
It
We gotta
is
put
possible.
the caption that we know of, though.
Who, what you know?
The internet will
Alright,
eventually
Tank.
find all our past discretions
Just
and
dirty,
kill us with it.
filthy past, and they just dig it up, and it's like
I don't care.
I didn't even know I did that.
I'm one
So-
of those people, like, if I ever ended up on, like, one of those shows like a Breakfast Club and they brought up some stuff, like, yo, you know about that? Yo, this crazy. Let me tell you what happened.
Yeah,
I'm serious, because it's like,
that would be me.
why not
like,
just be a
legit, that would
regular-
be me.
I don't know. Like, but I'm not like Torre.
Yeah,
he's a
were we not just
pervert.
talking about
Yeah, we
this?
were.
You know, you're a
It's
pervert
like,
guy.
God damn,
You're a
Teray.
pervert, some other
Damn.
perverts.
Like, come on, man.
How do you get
dude.
on the documentary trying to out somebody knowing that you did dirt? That's the thing I don't understand. You can't possibly think that your shit is not going to come out. You know you did it.
That's
He
the one
didn't-
thing I respect about the artist. That's just like, nah, yeah, I'm gonna dodge this one. Because at least they got enough
They
sense
say
to
no.
know.
It's like, no, I did that shit. I don't want
Like,
nobody
what do
to
you
know
got on
that.
John? That's I'm actually interested. What you gonna pull out on John?
Come on.
On John
What?
Legend,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think he's good.
Like, woo woo woo.
All
Oh,
right.
I will stay. I'm done. My
My
hair
first
is like
album
John
was a
Love the
classic,
message
though.
on you.
Yeah. My hair do look like John Legend's right now. Dog, what was you going through when your hair was like this? Because I know what I'm
Oh,
going through.
man.
Right.
Okay. Eric, what you been listening to? Joining in this week. Anything new?
Actually, yes. It's this artist from Gary, Indiana. He's a rapper named Charity Croft. Hector put me on to him like 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
He just put out an album, Santorini 55. It's very, 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 very dope. He does his own production. He's basically just picking on vibes, just different vibes, positive vibes, basically throughout the whole album. So I definitely say recommend that. That's really the closest to new artists. I've been taking like a break from new artists.
My
Yeah,
homie
that's
IB
me.
Classic is like trying to get me in meat. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
You should. I think you guys work very well together. He's dope. He is extremely dope. I love his music.
We'll see what happens, man. You from
Alright, you're
Gary,
making
dog?
connections on Vibes
You know
Podcast.
Denise Williams, dog? Just hit us in the DM.
Outside of that, I honestly.
Random, most random shit.
Wow.
Like what?
Wow. That took a left turn.
Hey, Denise Williams is the mayor of Gary still. Y'all know who Denise Williams is, right?
Yeah.
Yo, she
I thought-
did the best theme song show ever with Johnny Mays. What will we do?
That is. I don't know if that's the best theme song, but it's up there. It's up there. I was listening to the other
Ah,
Ah,
Year's
that's
Day,
my jam.
literally. Like,
we do, baby.
That wasn't on my playlist, but I did have like a random moment like last week where I just put on like 70s, 80s hits. I'm like, I need to listen to real music right now.
Yeah, I be having those moments.
I miss that
Let's
though.
do
That's when you used to look at TV shows and you had that fucking dope
the
ass
theme
theme songs
songs
with
were
the shit.
bomb.
They was
Exactly.
popping.
Just like Regina
They-
King just put up the theme song to 227. That's my jam.
It was
Oh
hitting.
yeah.
But that was Marla Gibbs sang that joint.
But see, the theme song to that show was that Family Ties was so raw.
It was.
They knew they had it because at the
Exactly.
end they said
Baby.
sha la la la.
And that's all you need. That's how
That's
it
all you
started
need.
off.
That's how they ended it.
When
It's
you
like,
start
what
off
we
a
gonna
song
end this
with words that are not
Sha-la-la-la.
real, with just noises, it's a hit.
They hit it. They hit it. Oh, that's the best. That's the best theme
That's
song.
a real
ever.
song
I
right
know
there.
that's the
When you
best.
start off with
That's one
noises.
of the best.
Like,
man.
dog, when that come on, you just feel good. And like, it's about a white family, but it still was hitting. G.
That's gonna be.
What about the Jeffersons theme song?
I was about to say who did the theme songs for Good Times?
I don't know the theme song for Good Times. I still don't know what the hell they were saying with some of that
I
stuff.
don't like neither one of those.
Really?
Mainly because they sound like we still sound like we was in the plantation or something. Like,
No, a
that-
plantation song
like
is
different strokes.
Is,
That was kind of trash. That was kind of trash. Every time I see a Dusty Pickup Truck, I think about that theme song.
Quincy Jones actually did that.
I know.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he did that. He did
I
theme
don't know
songs.
anything.
I imagine
He
like
did
the
that
white
in the theme
producers
song, too.
coming to him saying, "Listen, we need like the most
We need
colored,
Blackest.
the blackest
colored
sounds that you
shit.
can think
Well,
of."
that's for Sanford, son.
Yeah.
So
And
he,
I'm
He
on
met
that.
Fred Sanford. He was like, "I got something for Red Fox. All right, here you go."
he did the theme song for In the Heat of the Night too.
What about Different Strokes? But see, that was different. I like that one. What about Different Strokes?
That was dry.
Who
as-
did
That was
that?
terrible
That was
too.
dry as fuck.
I didn't like the song. I was like, how does the damn
world's
episode-
gonna be. Yeah, as soon as that come on, I'm like, if you don't get the Bee Gees
No.
white tails off of here,
What would be like the best 80s, 70s, 80s theme song, TV theme
I'm
song?
trying to tell y'all, when I hear there's a pureness to the family. Was that the one with Michael J. Fox? Is that what it's called?
That's
The
Family
Family
Ties. Family Ties.
There's a
Yeah.
pureness to that.
I mean,
Like,
that's the actual song, so they just took the song and just cut it.
no, it wasn't
it
a
in.
song.
It
There's
was. No,
it's a
a
song.
It's an actual song.
My G.
YouTube it. It's an
I
actual
was
song.
this year, this many
No,
years
they
old.
put out- no, they
and
put-
I found out there's a
no,
real song.
was
to
They,
that.
they got a whole
Today
album
years
together.
old.
They got a
I
whole
know
album.
about that. Yeah,
But
they
no,
got
it's an
12,
actual
like 12
song.
joints.
Yeah, it's an actual
That's
song.
on there.
Yeah, it's an actual. It's on there. It's an actual song.
Ro
Hey, yo.
was today years old.
Hey, yo.
So was I.
Like, can I redo my list? I'm listening to Johnny Mays and Shanice Williams. I'm listening at the whole car ride home, and I'm gonna go home to my family like, "Hello, family," and I'm gonna imagine
Oh, shit.
it.
Well, see now you're making me think. I'm an old woman. I have a record player in my house, right? What was I listening to today? It wasn't Johnny Mays. I think now this ages me. This is before that. I think I was listening to Wilson Pickett. This ain't got nothing to do
Nah,
with it.
that's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah, I
Wilson
think
Pickett.
that's a record I had.
See,
in
he
today.
got one of them names too that sound like
Slavery.
he's out there picking them cotton.
Wilson Pickett.
Yep.
We're going to hell. All right,
I'm not going to hell. I'm going to heaven.
y'all, because
Jesus,
we
my
just
Lord
all
and
over the
Savior.
fucking place. Let's get to the topic of the week. Because at this point, I'm like, do we need this? I did want to talk about this, though. I don't know why I just randomly thought about this, but I don't know. I have no clue. But I just randomly just kind of came up with, as you grow older and you age and you just think about, like for myself, I have so many epiphanies, and it's always what my mom told me or what some adult who was important to me told me. It's like when I was a teenager, when I thought I knew everything. It's like, you can't tell me anything. I already know this. And then now I'm here, and I'm like, oh, shit, my mom did tell me that like 10 years ago I should listen to her because now this shit is terrible. I don't like adulting. So this week I just wanted to talk about advice we neglected. It doesn't even have to be from your parents, but advice we neglected when we were younger that we wish we would have listened to now. So it's just called basically I don't want to hear that shit. So just going back to what I said, the first point is what my parents told me but I didn't listen to. What's like a vital piece of advice, bro, that you got from your parents or that they used to try to drill into your head that you never listened to that you just kind of had an epiphany about? You have a moment? Nothing?
Anything. You
Like,
ever seen
everything.
that? You ever see that, like, there's an episode of The Simpsons where, like, they're, like, playing what everybody's thinking in their head, and they come across Homer, and it's That's what it was
almost
like,
every
man.
episode.
Yeah, that was me as a teenager. Are you listening to me? You couldn't tell me nothing because I was dealing drugs. I found out through some way I was making more money than my mama.
Oh my god!
I moved out early, got emancipated. You couldn't tell me that. So like, yeah, I was terrible. So that's why when I say everything, I mean that. But if I had to say one particular thing, my parents, my mom and my stepdad more specifically told me to get educated about money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't go get an education. Like they wanted me to go to college or whatever.
Right.
But get educated about money. Don't just, go to school willy-nilly. And, of course, I was like, yo, I'm going for journalism.
Right.
I'm
It's
going
like
for the least
affluence.
paying thing possible. I'm going to live off scraps. You know what I mean?
no.
And I'm going to break the world's biggest story. And then from there, I ended up being a theater major.
Oh, I just found out I was today years old when I found out that. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
was a theater
snap.
major, so that's why I'm so dramatic.
That explains everything.
Exactly.
That's why we connect, bro. That's why I get it.
You were a theater major?
I was not a theater major,
Oh,
however.
What?
Shut up. So shout out to Jackson State University. I was in the theater department 90% of the time.
Mm.
My major is criminal justice. I was barely in my department because I was always.
Oh,
in the
I get
department.
it. So you had to play like you actually liked your major, and so
True.
therefore that's why you. Were
I
with the
was
theater
almost
people.
a theater minor. I was like 2 classes away. I didn't even know that. My friend pointed it out to me.
It's tough.
Boom.
You should have
Shut
went
up.
for it.
Shut
You
your face.
definitely should. Yeah, that's cool. But no, so that was the biggest thing. And so like now in hindsight, learning what I know now, it's kind of been empowering me to understand, different things about the rat race and, living paycheck to paycheck and different things.
Yeah.
And like what I know now, I definitely wish I knew when I was 19 when my credit was a whole lot better. You feel me? A whole lot better. See, like now, you know what I'm saying? The one thing I can say, because being an entrepreneur, I work, I do music full time, I'm engineering full time. It's a different world. It's probably the hardest job you're ever gonna have, choosing to be an entrepreneur. But like, there are just certain things you cannot do without having that right credit. And once again, that comes along with just having that education and understanding of money. And so like that's the biggest thing if I could stress to any black person out there, whether you going to school, you think about going to school, you 30, you 40 with kids and trifling baby daddy, you can't stand them, but you keep letting them back in your life. Whatever your situation is, you know what I mean, specifically, getting that education on money, I think is key because I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. That's why these white folks is staying ahead, because even though they sending their kids to schools to be a part of their alma maters and whatever, but they're educating them at home about money. Like, here's a really dope trick I learned. When my daughter turns 18, I'm going to get her a credit card, but I'm taking it from her, and I'm gonna spend on it, and I know how to spend, wisely now. You know what I mean? I'm going to spend on it. So what that's doing is, so when she gets out of college, I'll be able to give it back to her, and she'll have established credit.
Oh, that's so
perfect
true.
credit.
I just learned this.
White people taught me that. But see, that's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to my banker, Max. He just taught me that's like last month.
This is what I mean as far as like educating yourself about money. It's mad important. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of different things. Yo, follows your passion. No, you get educated on money because it's the one constant that we all need to do whatever it is you're trying to do as far as your dreams, goals, and different things. Please learn how to use that money, man.
That's true. And I'm just kind of piggybacking off you. The one thing I wish I really would have listened to, but I didn't, was my mom talking about money. But it wasn't in the sense of like, I guess it was her way of trying to educate me. But I think as kids, as a child, I felt entitled. Like, you need to buy me this and you need to buy me that. And my mom was like, I don't have the money to buy you that. I have bills. The thing was always bills. But I'm just like, you can still buy me this, because in my mind, I felt like my mom had money. I don't know why I felt like that. I just felt like she had money because, I don't know, we paid the rent and all of this stuff, and I knew about that. At 9 years old, I knew that, okay, we have to pay rent, we have to pay electricity and all of this stuff. And in my mind also, it was like, okay, well, you still have money and I want these new shoes and all of this stuff. Like, I wish I would have listened to her or tried to have understood it in the sense of, I pay all of these bills so that we can continue to have food and shelter. And now as an adult, it's like, oh fuck, I had this epiphany. Like, at this point, I'm living paycheck to paycheck because the bills are important. I'm like, this is what my mom was saying. She didn't have any money because I don't have any fucking money. It's like when you pay your bills and you have this very small amount of money left over, it's like it's not even yours, because now it's like, oh, I have to go out and buy these miscellaneous items, or here comes another bill, or now I have to go and purchase this or that. And that's the epiphany I had. I was like, oh fuck, this is what she was saying the whole time. And she was trying to save, and here I am and 5 other kids like, Ma, give us some money. Ma, give us some money. And it's like, how the
6 of
fuck?
y'all?
Yeah, it's like,
Jesus.
how the fuck is she gonna? She couldn't save. It's like 6 kids. I just had that epiphany maybe like 2 years ago. Basically, I'm gonna hide from our ass. Like, she was sick
y'all
of
the type
us.
of kids like you would wait till y'all not in the room, look around, bust open a bag of chips, and then one of y'all show up. It's like, hey,
No, my mom would just curse us. She would sit in the living room and we would hear the chips open and we would rush to her, Mom, can I have some? And she would be like, you ain't getting shit. And then we would just like turn around and walk away and look sad. And now I understand. It's like, I can't have anything to myself. But that's like an epiphany that I kind of had. And just kind of speaking about epiphanies, have you had a moment like it hit you, like the exact advice that your parents or somebody, an adult figure in your life told you about, and then as you got older, it hit you and it's like, oh my God, I just went through this. Do you have a specific moment like that?
Like I said, my parents started a non-for-profit, and it cost them a couple $1,000s to do it, and they had filed bankruptcy like 7 years prior to. So I really watched them go through everything that they were trying to tell me, not to make sure I didn't walk into. They were speaking out of experience. I wasn't listening. And so now they're in a great place now. They're doing a lot better. Small investments, different things like that, monetizing your money, to make sure you're not living paycheck to paycheck, different things like that. But it clicked for me when I decided to go full time doing music. Because I had some money, I had an IRA, you know what I mean? I got my love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a decent little job before him. I had a decent little job before it. Not decent little, Lord. It was a great job. And I still everybody there. But no, I had a really dope job beforehand. And so I left with a really dope cushion. And then that's when it hit me, like, because they were just like, why are you pulling that money down? And I was just like, yo, because of this, and that. And he's like, nah, you want to keep that in there for a rainy day. And it hit me like a ton of bricks where something happened with the car, but I had already pulled the money down. And so now what was in there, it hadn't matured enough yet. And it's like, snap. So now I got to ask them for money. And like, that's really when it hit me because, yeah, they'd always, these are the things that they were trying to tell me as far as money and just educating myself on money. And it was just like, at that moment when I'm sitting there with a flat tire and they telling me, hey, yo, you got an all-wheel drive car, so we can't just put one new tire in there. We got to put at least 2 new on there. Like, how broke I was and just how negligent I was to the advice. So, but it's cool now, man. It's cool. Like, my daughter's right now, she's at that age. She's 11, so she's at the age where she hates me.
It sounds about right.
About certain things. No, me and my daughter are actually really close. But like, when it comes to money, I don't let her spend her money. And I just keep saying, yo, if you want a bag of chips or something, just ask. And she's like, why can't I spend my money? And what I keep trying to explain to her is because I want you to get in the habit of saving. She's like, well, what am I saving for? I said, it doesn't matter. If you create the habit of saving, you'll always have money. I said, do you have a job? No. I said, okay, you don't do enough chores around here for me to give you an allowance. I said, so when you spend all of this money, do you know when the next time you're going to get some money? She said, no. I said, that's the purpose of saving.
I wish I had that moment where I thought about that a few months ago, and I sat and I just thought to myself, if I had literally not touched the money, because my dad ended up, when I was about 15 or 16, he opened a Chase Bank account for me, a savings account. And he was like, every time I give you money, just put it in there. Every time my mom or whoever would give me money, put it in there. I worked summer jobs. I thought about, had I not touched that money at all, I would have had a pretty penny saved at this moment. Like right now, thinking back to when I started working when I was 13. But if the money that I would have had in that bank account now without me just going back in there and touching it to now being 29 years old, I'm like, I would have had a decent amount of money saved.
What was you doing at 13?
I was working construction. It sounds so crazy. I grew up a tomboy, so I always wanted to do what the boys did. I wanted to work construction.
You ain't got no rough hands though. Like I don't.
Oh no, they don't look rough now because I lotion my hands.
Cause you lotion your hands. Look at my hands.
I moisturize. You have moisturized hands.
No,
yes, they are.
But these some beaten and battered hands.
Your hands are moisturized, bro.
Dog. No, they're not moisturized. I don't
put on lotion at all. By the way,
that
must be from the white part of me or something because I don't put lotion on at all, and
listen,
I don't ever get ashy.
13, I was like taking is it called a shingle right off the roof, and replacing those. I was like helping build decks, back decks for houses, and
so you know carpentry
a little bit. From what I remember, we were at 13. We were working on houses only in Country Club Hills. That's what we were working at. And 13, that's what I was doing, and I got paid for it.
So all your brothers and sisters was doing it too?
No, my brothers and sisters are trash.
Dang.
No,
Wow.
except for one of my brothers. He can build a fucking house. I was just out with him. Shout out to him last night. The dude can build a house. Does all the electrical work, the plumbing, HVAC. He knows how to do all this shit.
That's pretty much my last job and that shit.
Listen, if you need his help, let me know.
No, I got it.
He like,
I got
basically, I got it.
I got it. That's cool though, man. That's really dope.
Yeah. Also, here's what I want to talk about. Like, just going back to the topic of the week. As kids, what is this thing that we have in us? Like, why do we think we know everything? And we truly believe that. Our parents are telling us one thing. And it's like, I'm going to rebel and go against everything you say because I know this already. Why do we think like that?
You just said it, rebellion. I mean, I'm saying it with my niece now.
It has to be something besides rebellion, though. We rebel because we want to piss our parents off.
You rebel because you feel like they're older and you have these friends that telling you certain things too, and you listen to them more so than the mature people. The reason is this for my niece now. She's 16. Everything is I know. Like, no, you don't know. You have no idea. But
we're the
everything
parents
else is,
now.
you know.
We're like the old uncles and aunties. Like, I want to smack the shit out of her because she won't listen to what I'm trying to tell her.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna be weird, like, cause like I don't hit my kids. I don't do any of that, and I'm very passive. Just because like I've been telling my daughter since she was 9, I want you to learn how to troubleshoot. I want you to know what it's like to.
This is dope. That term, using
like,
that term,
seriously,
is dope.
to be faced with a problem that you may have created for yourself, and to maneuver out of it. And so there's some times like, yeah, I'll be watching the house catch on fire. Not really the house catch on fire, but like I'm just saying, just for
figuratively.
Yeah. Figure of speech. I'll be watching the house catch on fire, and I just want to see how she chooses to handle it, because I think it's inevitable that as teenagers we go through that phase.
Yeah.
But I guess what I want more than anything else is if you troubleshoot correctly, you're gonna find out on your own, like, hey, Pops is right. And I'm not one to really force the hand. It's just gonna be like, all right, see for yourself. Just remember I told you. And like she's already had a few of those instances already here in middle school, and it's just like it's really interesting. And then I go, "How's that working out for you?" So I was right, huh?
The moment where you just get to sit back.
And I'm just like, so I was right, huh?
Yep.
You know, I don't, because I grew up with that, and I just know how I reacted to it. I don't like when people are breathing down my neck and they just
throw it in your face.
You gotta do it. No, so I just, hey y'all, so I hear you. You finna do that. I don't know about that. And so what I like to do is I like to make my daughter feel like she's in control, so to speak. And I know she's probably listening now, so whatever. It's a Jedi mind trick. I'm not saying any of these things, right? No, but I like to make her feel like she's in control, because at the end of the day, she is going to be in control in life. So what I mean by that is I like to make her feel like she's in control and like give her the options for certain stuff. Now, this certain ones, no, I already got pre-planned in my head how this is going to go out. But I at least want you to work out on your own, by yourself, why this is probably a bad idea. I don't know. Do you think I should let you stay up till 11:30 and you got school in the morning? Well, I really want to watch this show. Gee, you are not a morning person, though. Do you think that's a good idea? Like, I don't know. That's just kind of how I am. Now, as far as boys, I have a little boy, and he's already, you know what I mean? I think it's a testosterone thing with boys. Honest to God, I just think it's, yo, I got to test my pop's manhood, see if he a punk. I can't explain it.
You know what's so weird? I had this conversation with my cousin the other day, and my cousin and I are 2 weeks apart. But for some reason, he still has like a lot of resentment. He needs to work out with his dad, but he's still trying to test his dad's limits. I'm like, my nigga, you 30. Like, stop doing this. Like, go past. But I'm gonna agree with you. I feel like is it a testosterone thing with dudes where y'all just want to test your father?
My dad told me before I turned 13, listen, little nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Like, just like
you're going to
that.
try to test me. You know, and we're going to throw the gloves on. So he stopped whooping me at that point, and we just started throwing hands with gloves. And
that's
so,
different.
Yeah, but I ain't want no problems.
You don't want these.
You know what I mean? So, like, that was his way of handling it, and, you know, that's cool. I'm not going to be like that with my son, but, like, I don't know. Like, the way I am, like I know everything that's going on with my
Mhm.
kids, whether they think I do or don't.
Yeah.
But I just kind of had this thing where you already know I know, so just go ahead and like tell me.
Mhm.
So I don't. That's just kind of how I am. I just choose to parent like that.
Well,
as
everybody has
opposed to
like
because
different styles of parenting.
I don't know. Yeah, because like listen, I got beat till I left the house. No, for real, y'all. I got beat till I left the house. That didn't stop me from running the streets. That didn't stop me from doing none of the stuff I was into. The gang activity, the selling drugs. That didn't stop sneaking out. It didn't stop nothing. So at some point, we got to stop and maybe take a look at, hey, yo, maybe physical.
Physical abuse is not
yeah,
working.
maybe that don't work no more. And so for me, I don't know. I kind of look. My dad's smart. That's the one thing you're gonna tell your friends. Yo, we can't be on that. My dad is smart. He probably knows we plotting right now. I would rather that be your thought process than, yo, my dad gonna punch me in the face.
You gonna beat shit.
What? Nah, man. Cause to me that ain't love. And like I said, I know my kids kind of got I used to be a very angry person. So if you got that in you, and I know you do, cause you got it honest.
Mm-hmm.
You don't respond well to being physically assaulted. Now I'm definitely gonna do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm definitely
That's the
about
part
to
that
do
makes
it.
you want to rebel.
Yeah, it's like now I'm definitely finna do it.
Yeah.
So now, man, the type of parent, like my wife knows. Like I told my daughter because I just switched it, but I said, yeah, the entire time you had the phone, I've had a thing on it, and I've known everything you've done. But she knows, to be honest with me, because I just asked her, like, hey yo, so you been on YouTube lately? What you been watching on YouTube? And she just kind of give me this look, and she just knows, yo, just be honest, because I already know what you watch.
Yeah.
And you know why I'm asking.
I can see it.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. But to each his own, man. But I don't think. Yeah, I think it's a teenage thing. I just think it comes with it.
It definitely is a teenage thing. I'm gonna agree with you on that. I don't know. As teenagers, and I still don't understand why we think like this, but as
maybe the hormones though, the change him and just growing, developing hormones. And
our frontal cortex is not fully developed until we come to
Yeah.
the age of 25, and that's the logical part of our brain. So that's why we make the worst decisions
absolute
ever
worst decisions
as teenagers. Like, you know, even up for me up until 21, but like the worst decisions ever. It has everything to do with that.
That would
We're
explain
idiots.
it.
We're illogical,
Absolute idiots.
emotional idiots at
And
this
I used
age.
to wonder, like, why is my mom so upset? I already know this. She would be like physically upset, like wanting to probably knock my ass out. And then it's just like, now that I'm that age, I'm like, I 100% completely understand why she wanted to knock me the fuck out.
Yeah.
What is something that you know now for sure, like you didn't know or you thought you knew as a teenager, rebelling and thinking you had the answers to everything? What's something that you know for sure now?
I know for sure my parents really love me. Hey, yo, you get beat like I used to get beat.
Listen.
You're like, y'all niggas don't care.
Listen.
You know what I mean? So, like, no,
Like you
without
took
a shadow
time
of a
out of
doubt.
your day to
Yeah.
beat me.
And I'm cool with all of my parents. And, you know, they had me young. And so they just did what they had done to them. They had me young. And the one thing about young parents is very true. We do not have the patience, the old ones. Like, I see my parents now with their grands. And my kids, they're wonderful. I'm like, yo, you whooped me every time you thought about when I did
that's the
that.
thing, though. The older they get, and the grandkids, they treat the
Softening,
grandkids better than they
yeah.
softening.
And that's what I'm saying. So like now as an adult, it's like, okay, I know y'all care. I know that y'all made mistakes. You know what I mean? We all make mistakes. It's just y'all. I mean, y'all was 19, and 17, 19. It was, no, what was my mom? 20? Yeah, 20 and 18. Like, well, y'all ain't know what y'all was doing.
And, I think what I know for sure now is that we look up to our parents for the answers, and then the answer is they don't know either. Because it's all a learning process for everyone. It's a cycle. So that's what I've learned. I was like, I used to be so angry at my mom, like, you're supposed to have all the answers, and now as I get older, I'm like, she didn't have the answers. Like, she did the best she
trying to figure
could,
it
what
out
she
just
knew.
like we
Yeah,
are.
exactly. So I'm like,
we all trying to figure
that's
it
what
out.
I know for sure. It's a learning process for everyone. It's like I'm doing this on the go, on the fly. Sometimes with a lot of parents, it's like I have absolutely no clue, but I'm going to make the best decision for you at this time based on what I know. right, yeah, that's the topic of the week, the gist of it. I don't know. I just kind of wanted people to think about that because there's a lot of people out here, whether it's parenting or whatever. I have epiphanies all the time, just randomly, and I just think about these things. So I just want to try to think about that. Ro, I got a question to ask you.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna ask you this question again.
Go for it.
Like never. I don't want to ask you this question now, but
This is a Eric question. And he's
no.
like siphoning this to you.
Ro, can you please stick your hand in my box?
Baby. This box.
Yes.
This box.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we don't want no problems over
Alrighty.
here. We don't want no problems, y'all. This is in my box,
And,
Ro.
and
You
baby,
gotta.
if you're not seeing this, but you're hearing this is a brown
Now I'm
box.
gonna put this part up.
Okay.
Because we don't want
And
no
it's
issues.
purple on the inside. I'm not helping, am I? I'm not.
You
Not
purple
helping.
on the no. Put just stop.
It's
Because-
dry.
It's a
All right,
box full of questions. It's a box full of questions.
Hey yo.
What? Y'all know what this is already. I'm not explaining this to y'all. This is in my box. Ro got to pick 2 questions. Answer them truthfully. Otherwise, you got to cash out me some money.
Okay. Here is the first question. How many people have you dated at one time? I've dated about 8 or 9.
How
People at
the
one time.
fuck?
Yep.
At one time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna ask you to.
Well, see, what I mean, once again, for me, dating wasn't having sex. Dating is
No, I don't.
we're
but-
going out on a date. So yeah.
Right, but that's so much effort and energy.
I try to tell.
Was this high school, I'm assuming?
No.
Really?
This is adulthood. This is definitely adulthood.
You had the energy for that?
Damn, I'm like I barely have
Well,
energy for one person.
I don't know,
doing
man.
things.
I dealt with somebody for way too long.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was just disillusioned. And so after that, any red flag, any like one little thing that bothered me about it, I was cutting them off. And so after that, I was just like, I'm just starting having options because there's nothing wrong with options. I'm not sleeping with these women. There's nothing wrong with having options. And so I found myself dating.
I agree with that.
Dating it's about 8 or 9 at once. And so I ended up cutting everybody off.
That's a lot
But
of effort.
All of them.
I'm lazy.
And again, I'm not arrogant or nothing like that. But no, I was dating that many at once, and it wasn't a big deal to me. It was just like, we're gonna go out, we're gonna do whatever. Some of them had great conversation. Some of them were extremely boring. But
damn, extremely.
everybody had a plus and a minus in certain areas. Some were prettier to me, in my opinion, than others. And
that's a record now.
I don't think so.
No, I'm gonna try to date 10 people at the same time.
I mean, listen.
I'm gonna go out and do it. That's my goal for this year.
In your defense, I say like, hey, you could have like a week free of dinner. You know what I mean? You
That's
play,
so
you
true.
do that right,
I'm gonna have
play
a
your
week
cards
free
right.
of a lot of things.
Broke.
And,
I was very broke trying to do that. So I said, hey, let's go to the park. Yo, go to the park. We go to the park.
I'm the girl who appreciate that. Like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm gonna date 10 people this year at the same time.
So the really cool part about this, because baby, I had to make it right. No, so the really cool part about this, honest to God, y'all, like dating is really how you find out what you like and what you like when you think about your ideal person.
100%.
And see, when you 20, 21, you don't know what the bleep you talking about.
At all.
When you
fucking
decide,
off.
I want him to have 6 packs, no kids.
Exactly.
I want to graduate
God,
top of his
just
class
thought about
out of
this last week.
HBCU and no
You better have a
STD.
good job.
You asking
60
for a
grand
gay
music.
man, sweetheart. Okay?
That's not
It's all
true.
right. No, but in any case, though, like, if it wasn't for my dating experience,
Nigga say you asking for a gay man.
hey yo, if it wasn't for my dating experiences, I would have never found the woman of my dreams that I'm married to. So I'm very grateful for that. Honest to God.
There it is.
So there's one.
That's one. What's your next question? I'm not telling you to put your hand in the box again.
You're silly, man. All right. What's the pettiest thing you've done to get it back at someone? I don't know if I can reveal this yet.
No,
due
we
to the law of.
Are you
what
being
is it,
sued?
Statute.
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations. Yeah, it's not obviously anything sexual.
Are you
but
being sued?
I'm not currently.
You
but,
don't want it to.
Okay,
indict
well,
yourself.
I won't divulge this person's name, but if this comes back and bites me in the butt, I'm be very upset. But in any
We
case,
don't have any money.
no, I think So like at high school, I had, like I said, I had extreme anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
But it went from me being explosive all the time to me just being like a slow cooker. And so if I told you I was gonna get you back, I was gonna get you back.
Oh, you were plotting and planning.
Yeah. And so this senior year of high school, I plotted and planned on this one person. I'm not even gonna tell the situation because then that to me I think is a dead giveaway. Plotted and planned on this one particular person over a chick, and I slowly but surely, every single day, during the school year, or for like half a semester, or one every single day, I just I kept wiping the hood of his car with mayonnaise. Just
Yeah, it's a
kept
lot
doing
of
it.
mayonnaise or Miracle Whip.
And he had a
It's a
sports
lot.
car. So I just kept doing it. And I kept doing it. And I would let it sit and then I'll come wipe it off. And I kept doing it. And after about 2 months, he noticed like, yo, my paint is wearing. And he's like going crazy about it. And so at that point, I found like harsher chemicals. And so now I'm and so long story short, by the end of the senior year, the front was starting to rust. It was a nice sports car. The hood of the car was starting to rust out. And I don't think nobody knows that was me.
And no one saw you doing this?
Nah, man. I had press
I'm really not a petty
I was-
person.
I was a part of the school newspaper. Senior year, I did everything, man. So like, nah. And then it's senior year, so you got no credits and stuff. You can like
Yeah.
half the day is
half
not
the day,
Yeah.
right?
Well, he had to stay the whole day. That's the best way to put it.
He was left behind.
No, there's a lot of people.
Left behind.
The athletes were all slow.
I would say, obviously, you had to be an athlete.
The athletes
So,
were
yeah.
all slow. I mean, I was an
Yeah.
athlete too. I did track.
Well, but
I did
I-
track,
Most of the
you know,
athletes were
but-
very slow. So was I, but I was the only one.
So that was me just thinking off the top of my head. I think I'm pretty sure I've done something petty.
I think that had to pass at this point. That was like 10 years ago.
Just about,
11.
yeah.
So yeah, statute of limitations got to
11,
pass
12
on
years
that.
ago.
We're all so old.
So you got to answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick my hand in
Let's
my own
go,
box,
Diddy.
and I'm not picking this one. This is open. Stick my hand in my own box. Let's see. What did I write? Details of the worst date you've ever been on.
Go.
This is okay. The worst date I've ever been on. I think this is actually last year, the beginning of the year. I think I was doing like online dating, and I met this guy. I don't remember which dating app it was. What's the thing? Plenty of Fish. I think that's what it's called. And I met this guy. We went out. We went to like a bar in Forest Park, and the date was cool. It was really cool. We had a good conversation and everything. I didn't know the entire time. Like when I left, he followed me to my house. And I get out of the car, and he gets out the car, and he's like, "I just wanted to make sure you were safe." And I'm like, "My nigga, I'm okay." And then I don't know. I feel like I'm just slow.
Where's the shotgun?
He's like, "Can I please use your bathroom?" I'm like, "Sure." He can use my bathroom. And he comes. I let him use my bathroom, and I'm like, "Okay, you can go now." And this nigga like just took a seat on the couch and got super comfortable. And I had
Put
to
the
threaten
shoes on.
him. I literally had to threaten him with a knife. I was like, "Get the fuck out of my house." He got comfortable on the couch. He took his shoes off, and he was like trying to chill.
What kind of socks did he have on? You on dress socks or
Get the
white
fuck
socks?
outta here.
Gee, which kind?
Like, this is the worst. That part made it the worst. I was like, "Oh, he's a serial killer."
He had on dress socks, didn't he?
No, I think he had on white socks.
White socks.
That's that.
Okay,
those
then
are
he stayed
serial
at home with
killers.
his. No, that means he stayed at home with his mom.
No, you're a serial killer.
No, because
dude.
if you wearing dress socks, right, that means that you like
If you have on casual like dress clothes and then white socks, you're
you
a
stay
serial
with your
killer.
mama.
I mean that too. Okay,
You stay with your mama.
and you're a serial killer.
Because she bought them.
That was the worst one. There was another one where I got catfish. There was a dude, like, this is what you get for online dating. He said he was 30. I go out in Hyde Park to meet with him. And
Six.
in the middle of the date, almost, he was like, "I know my profile says I'm 30. First off, I saw him and I was like, "You look older." And he's like, "I'm actually 45. I was like, "Fuck my life. This is what happens." Next question. What's a piece of advice that you gave yourself but still didn't listen to? A piece of advice that I gave myself but still didn't listen to.
She don't
Probably
want to say it. She don't want to say
to-
it. That's what it is. She's stalling.
No, I'll tell you. A piece of advice I was like, don't go back to this. I got fired from a job, y'all, right? And I was
I
like,
told y'all.
I'm going to fucking jail because I'm going to beat my supervisor's ass. And the advice I gave myself was, you are better than this. Leave and go home.
So she went to jail,
I didn't. I almost
and
did.
Eric bailed her out.
She got scared, so I didn't go to jail. She got scared, and I got banned from the building because she was scared that I was going to beat her ass. I had never been so upset in my life, honestly. I scared myself with how upset I was. I was about to drive my car into a building.
Damn.
Into a building. That's
Yeah.
not smart.
It wasn't, but this is...
You can die.
I knew that at the moment. I was like, oh, well.
Buildings are hard.
They're very hard. It's made of brick.
Wow.
That was the advice I gave myself and still didn't listen. Was like, go home. And I was determined.
What kind of car you got?
Now?
Yeah. No, then.
I had a 2003 Honda Accord.
So you was trying to drive your love 2-door Honda
My
Accord.
Honda Accord. No, it's a 4-door.
Oh.
Into a building.
Oh.
That makes a difference.
Your
My
4-door.
4-door.
Your 4-door 5-disc
I was
spinner.
gonna drive into
Honda
the building,
Accord.
barely break brick, and I was gonna beat her ass.
And hop out with blood. Hop
Blood.
out. She was gonna hop out delusional,
Delusional as
punching at
hell.
all 6 of them. You know,
Listen.
and pass out and wake up in the hospital
That's what I was
with a
gonna do.
restraining order.
And the police at the door.
Right,
It
yeah.
was bad. I convinced myself. I was like, I'm gonna go to county jail. I'm gonna call my dad because I know he'll bail me out because my mama ain't doing none of this shit. I literally had this
blame her.
conversation with myself. That's how I knew. I was like, okay, now you crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it for
Yo, that's how we ending this joint?
yeah, that's it for In My Box. 'Cause I can't go into any more details for this.
That's hilarious.
That's it. Yeah, let's get to the shout outs of the week. First shout out goes to my grandma. My grandma, we just went out to celebrate her birthday. My grandma just turned 69. Shout out to my grandma. We went to Red Lobster. Yeah, well, I'm adopted, so this is my adoptive grandma. And she is young. So we went out to Red Lobster to celebrate because she let my little brother pick. I was like, it's your birthday. Why is he picking where you go to?
Right.
Anywho, we had a fantastic time. So happy birthday to my grandma. Happy birthday to my brother. He just turned 34. Went out and had drinks with him the other day. And we had a fantastic time talking about like childhood memories and all kind of stuff. And we talked about how trash we were as children because we were absolute trash. And I don't understand how my mother loved us the way she did.
That's hilarious.
We were trash. And last shout out goes to Fry Style Restaurant. I think it's on 51st and Prairie. There's this restaurant. The base is fries, and they put on like whatever else you want. I had chicken Cajun pasta on my fries.
You was having a bad day.
No, I wasn't. I was having a great day, and I just wanted to try this because people have been putting the restaurant on Facebook.
Did you like order it to go and like eat it in the car and cry?
You a piece of shit.
This
No,
sounds
I
like
was
one of
at
those
work
meals.
and my coworker found the restaurant and was like, "We need to go." My coworker's pregnant, so she wants our pregnant shit.
See, I expect that.
And
But,
I was like,
you,
"I support
This
you,"
sounds like
because I could support her at the time.
my day stood me up.
No, it's a delicious restaurant, bro. Both of y'all are trash. My day stood me up, so
Hey,
I'm
yo.
gonna bury my face in this box of fries
she
with
in the car.
chicken Cajun pasta.
She's in the car crying, eating this food, listening to the theme
I'm
song
in the
of
car
Family
crying
Time.
like, this is so fucking good. He trash. He trash. I can't stand these niggas. Oh my god, this is so good. That was not my day. Bro, you're trash. Y'all check out Fry Style Restaurant. I wanted to get the lobster fries, but I was like, that was $20. I'm too cheap for that. I'm not paying $20 for fries with, probably imitation
She
lobster.
already
meat
had to
on
pay
it.
for the breadsticks and the salad from the day.
There were no
earlier
breadsticks.
that night.
Yeah, check out that. I think it's Fry Style Restaurant, 51st and Prairie here in Chicago. Ro, what shout outs do you have? Who you want to shout out?
I want to shout out Jesus, who is the
All the time.
center of my life. No, for real.
I can do this.
Hey yo, guys got a great sense of humor. I wish more people believe that. All right. Anyway, guy has an extremely great sense of humor.
Guy
He's
who's
God.
ahead of my
All right.
life.
You know, but
In
like
my household.
I definitely want to shout out my family, my beautiful wife, Michael Kelly Smith, my beautiful daughter, Soraya, and my son, Roro. He's probably throwing the ball at the television again. Please stop.
Alright.
We don't have any money. Also, AIM Gang. Y'all know, fellas, what's up? I already shouted y'all out, but Asara Bradley, Josie Green, Shy Atkins, my G's, man, what's up? Also, I'll be classic. Yeah, I said it. I said it on live on air. Classic. He hates when I say his name like that, but that's his beat tag. So you're mad at me. You should be mad at yourself for picking that beat tag. But anyway, he's a tremendous record producer, great friend. And I mean, I don't know. There's a billion people I could shout out, but I mean,
no.
this is game for me right
You
now.
stop right there.
Damn.
I'm not done.
Oh.
Okay, you got to shout out a restaurant that you ate at
It's
alone
my show.
in your car
It's my show.
in the rain,
Listening to I'm Not Gonna Cry.
listening to 80s things. So she's
That's
like,
not
"One
what
last
I
cry,
was doing.
one last fry, one last
fry."
Yeah.
That's not what I was doing.
It's all good, G. It's cool. I want to shout out a restaurant.
You
Can I
are
shout out a restaurant?
Yeah. Sure.
Hey, yo,
Go
I
for
want
it.
to shout out Woo's house.
Where's
Woo's
that?
house. It, this I don't know. It's just like a Japanese restaurant. I've seen like 3 of them in the white suburbs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so like I've never actually eaten there. But
You just wanna- okay.
wait. No, because I do Uber Eats and like DoorDash and stuff.
Okay.
It's cool, quick money. But every time I go there, they're trying to give me like free food. And so they're really
You should
dope.
Take them up on the offer.
But they're really nice restaurants. I'm probably getting somebody in trouble, but like I said, I've been in more than one location, so I don't know if it's just common courtesy. But they're always trying to give me like free food, and like I'm always scared to take it because like I don't want like leftover sushi. I don't know why you guys are
Oh
trying
my
to get this to me.
god.
But like shout out to Woo's house, man. Y'all doing it.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't take sushi on the go. I think that's poison. All right, y'all. That's it for shout outs.
You wouldn't?
No, not on the.
You wouldn't take like sushi if
No.
they stood you up. It was like, you know what? If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out.
I have
eating.
to go out and I have to watch them make the sushi in front of me.
Yeah,
Yeah. So anytime I eat sushi, I watch them making it.
smart.
Yeah, because
They have that there at all of the Woo's house. Like they had their sushi bar.
Yeah,
It's a
I
bunch
said
of-
yeah at the sushi bar. I
It's a
don't.
bunch of
I don't need to
Asian. Men.
die.
I should say Asian because I saw one dude. I was like, he's Korean, and I didn't know.
That was
Like,
what is it? The sushi house in Oak Park. There literally is a Mexican dude that works there. He's Mexican,
and he probably make the bomb show these sushi rolls.
My God, it was good.
Yeah, you had
Because he
it.
made my sushi.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. But I was like, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, notice the type of diet she has. This is the type of diet you have where
sushi and
you've
wine.
given up.
Go away.
They didn't work.
Eric, you got some shout outs you want to give for the week? You got some shout outs.
Shout out to the Den Theater out in Wicker Park across the street from the Emporium. I was there last night. Little intimate vibes, intimate event. Airbnb experience. That's what the hostess was calling it. Some musical acts, Dexter Spitz, Neural A Day. I hope I'm saying her name right. But they were performing. That was another spoken word artist. I can't think of his name. But it was a dope event, dope vibes. Nice little setting. Someone I'm probably going to use for my future events. But shout out to her for how she put it
And the
together.
Heralds
It was
next
dope.
door. It's the Heralds.
It surely is.
It
the
is
Harold's
one.
next
It's
door.
not a real Heralds, but
Hey,
we're not gonna get.
it's more real than these suburb ones. Tell it to these cats who go on these country club heroes.
Anything is.
I mean, that's
This
an Uncle
Madsen.
Remus everywhere too, though.
This Matson Heralds.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Also, shout out to my homie Maze Rockwell, super dope producer. He's moving to the city next month, so once he gets settled in, we are gonna be cranking out some music, and I'm gonna be back doing my A&R shit fully, and I'm excited about that.
That's what's
Alright.
up, man.
Good stuff.
Like, you got good taste in music, man. This is what you
Very
say.
good taste.
Yeah.
I
I've been
learned a
doing
lot
it for
of stuff
10
from it.
years, so I would like to think I do.
You
I mean, I
should.
started off as a beat maker, so I would like to think I
I don't know.
something.
Mimi's had ears for almost 30 years, and my God.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Hey, You should have known I had to
Anywho,
get
y'all,
these jokes off, G.
we're
I've been
moving
dying.
on
I cooperated most of this
There,
thing.
you really did.
Okay.
You really did.
Alright.
Quick
So,
side note.
You
if-
have segue.
I was like, quick side note. You guys didn't check out our REA 2018 wrap up. This is what they're talking about, basically. Her
Yeah.
takes on there. I'm not gonna say they were trash, but they were
The
takes.
best
They
and
were
worst.
they were
They were
interesting.
awful.
There was some interesting
They were
takes.
awful.
So
After
if you-
we got done, the gentleman across from me said he's never doing this again. It's just terrible
Hector was
takes.
like, I'm
You were
done
awful
with
takes.
this. Done with this shit. In my opinion, oh wait, I forgot. This is what I didn't tell you. So we did the REA wrap up special, and I was like, the whole time I was like, what's his name?
Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign is trash. And then the whole week after that, nothing but Ty Dolla $ign I'm listening to. He's still trash.
That's
Alright,
not true. You said you were listening to it all week.
I did. I also listened to Cameron all week, and Cameron is
He's definitely not trash. Depending on the years you listen. If you
I
listen
li-
to computers computing,
Computers.
that is prime Cameron.
But that's what you were listening to last
Right.
week, though.
That's
That's what you
what I'm
was. That's what
saying.
you were
Like,
listening to last
that's
week.
prime Cameron.
that's prime
You know,
trash.
if you listen to I Hate My Boss, dude, think you know it all, you gone too far. You need to come back.
I hate my.
2 years. Yeah, that's a real song.
I was
No, it
listening
is.
to
It
Cookies
is.
and Apple Juice by Cameron. It's a real song.
See, that's
It's
that's
absolute hot
like
trash.
back end, but that was great. Cameron, though.
That was
It's still
not.
good.
I,
I like
was
that
like,
album.
what is this trash?
Get Him Daddy, I think was on that album.
Get 'em that.
That's what you
also,
was
when I
listening to,
listening- That is my shit. The song is hot garbage. But I was like, oh my God, this is cold. I don't understand why.
I fuck
It's
with
a country
I fuck with Dipset forever just because of the beat.
Forever.
It's a
I wore
big country
bandanas
difference.
across my large dome.
No,
Yo, you know how large my bandana had to be to
Yeah.
stretch
I'm
across
looking
my head?
down.
Listen, you can't say nothing with
You
your
have to have a scarf on
your
that.
pea-sized
the
head.
women,
dog.
the women we wrap our.
That's
our
why
scar-
you
our
don't get no
heads with.
weave. The wigs be too doggone big for
That's
your
why your scarf didn't
Boston
fit.
bean
Your
head.
head big.
All right, I'm done.
Head
I am
big
done.
to the mud.
I am done.
Damn.
I'm done. There it is.
All day.
There it is.
Y'all, we're moving on to therapy. I'm about to get really serious because I'm a therapist. Here's the advice I want to give out for the week. I was watching some interview with Oprah,
Oh God.
and because this is what I do during my spare time. And Oprah basically, her best friend Gail, it's called the OG Chronicles, which is pretty funny. And Gail was like, she had been to 5 different therapists, but she got the best advice from Oprah. And I was like, sometimes it's like that. Your best friend will give you the best unfiltered, unsolicited advice.
Especially when they're billionaires.
So here's my advice for the week. If
Hold on. How much money do you have?
currently
Yes.
in my bank account, maybe like $23.
Okay. Continue. Use that as your discretion, ladies and gentlemen. Keep going.
I'm poor. Here's the advice I want to tell everybody. For real, on a serious note, I've been witnessing like a lot of people who want to like take to social media or ask a variety of people for advice about their own personal life, about their marriages, about relationships and finances and all kind of stuff. My thing for the week is if you ask yourself the question, then you also know the answer. Because if you go around and you're asking multiple people, what should I do in this situation? You've already answered this yourself because you know what you should do. Only you can make the best decision for you. You don't need other people to validate you. You don't need other people to solidify what you're supposed to do in that situation because they're not in the situation. It's not their situation. It's your situation. So stop always asking. It's okay to ask for advice, but you always know the answer to your own question, no matter what. You've already answered yourself. You've previously, whatever, you've already answered yourself. You've already answered that question. The thing that sits in the back of your mind all the time, you know the answer. You're just afraid to say it out loud. So stop feeling afraid. You've already answered your question. Take your own advice because you know the best answer for yourself. That's it. That's for Therapy this week. I just wanted to kind of say that.
Thank God it's not financial advice.
Please don't take financial advice from me because you'd be poor as fuck. Ro, what you got? You got any new projects
Yes.
that you got coming up you want to tell the people about?
Yes. I have a collab project coming out sometime this month with Josie Green. The project is called Closure. It's going to be 4 or 5 tracks long. I know I'm very loose on
excited.
the date and how many tracks or whatever. But y'all just going to have to stay tuned and find out. But, yo, it's really dope. I know this is kind of something me and him have been in the works with for a minute. But it's cool. It's called Closure, and it just deals with that in a number of different
I'm
ways.
excited.
So there's that, and then I am finally working on an LP. So yeah.
Are you gonna detox this or?
Huh?
Are you gonna detox this?
Nah, I promise I'm not detoxing this. Ivy Classic is the executive producer, so he's really been doing this thing, man. He's been helping me out a lot, put me in the room with a lot of really dope people. So no, it is coming. Just don't look for it no time soon. But no, outside of that, I'm trying to.
Not this year.
2020.
I'm gonna have to like finesse Asar's manager so we can like get him another single out because we have music. Yes, I just put that out there. I don't care if that's bad.
Hey man, I'm fucking with SARS manager. We gotta talk. We gotta have some.
Yep, I've known him since about 2012. He's a great guy. I'm gonna have to finesse Asar's manager so we can get some more music out. But be looking out. And then Shy, man, I gotta get this Negro on some stages, man. So that's the goal. I want to get him on some stages, man. So if y'all doing any shows, please. That sounds terrible. No, so no. Yo, that sounds really awful. No, but for real though, expect us to be doing a lot more live shows. All of
Good
us,
stuff.
and a great deal of more group efforts as far as shows and different things. Because one thing I think we continually see and we know is like, when we perform individually, if all of us are there, we're like the greatest hype man ever. And
Here you got like
you know what I mean? And
I
think we kill all of the the nervousness, the jitters and stuff. It definitely makes a difference when we're there for each other. And there's enough of us. There's 4 guys. Like I don't know. Obviously, when I start doing the lady numbers, I don't need you like, yeah, Tokyo, Munchie. No, I don't need that.
If you
Don't
need
that.
like
No.
any girl to
No.
spit some bars for
No.
you, call me,
No.
hit me up.
No.
I got bars.
Notice as soon as you said if you need anybody, I said no. No.
You said her bars were better than her takes though.
I have bars. I have talent.
No.
And if you're trying to make a hot, dope
No.
track with meaningful music, hit me up.
No.
All right. Thank you for the consideration. How can
There. Yeah.
people find you on social media?
You can find me at Romar Salas on pretty much all of my social media, Instagram, Twitter. I don't get on Facebook. If you get on Facebook, stop. Snapchat and all of that stuff, guys.
A lot of my listeners can't spell. Can you spell your name, your last
She's
name?
insulting you guys.
No,
but,
they
I'm
know.
gonna spell it out
They
anyway.
can't spell.
It's at ROMARSALASMEMEISTRASH.
Yeah, follow him at Roll Marsalis on Twitter, IG. Don't get on Facebook.
I would say rubber Facebook.
Because you are a piece of shit, apparently, if you're on Facebook still.
I never said that. She said that.
I said it.
Wow, good times.
Yeah, make sure you go and follow Vibes Podcast on Facebook and Twitter.
Yep.
Vibes Podcast. IG, that's Ask Vibes, AskVibez. If you have any questions or anything that you want to email to me, if you want to be on the show, if you have some suggestions for topic of the week, send me an email at askvibes@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast.
Suggest me permanently. Go ahead. Keep going. Yeah.
Oh, and suggest Roll. Make sure you subscribe. Can't even talk. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple
This is why I should be
Podcasts,
here.
Spreaker,
Apple Podcasts.
Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Castbox, and Podbean. You can also visit
What is Podbean?
Podbean is a hosting website.
Nobody, only the white listeners would know what Podbean
And the
is.
white listeners have a lot of listeners. So you can
What?
also visit Vibes website. That's vibespodcast.com. Make sure you go visit the website. You can listen to the episodes there and also read some updated current articles and then get in tune with my weekly review of whatever I'm listening to. Vibespodcast.com.
Everything is trash. I'm kidding.
Piece of shit. Tell your friends, tell their friends, listen to the podcast. Yo, if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me at Mimi the actress. That's Mimi with 2 E's. I'm not spelling it for you because you're dumb as hell. If you want to follow Vibes, I already told you that shit.
stop.
Anything else?
Just stop.
Are we done?
Yeah, sure. Just gotta play
People
wrong
are going to
song.
be like, this is why I don't listen to her show.
She just insulted me 20
She
times.
insults everybody.
Just called me slow, Ken Perry.
Y'all, thanks
How
for
you gonna tell me
tuning in
this-
to this week's episode. Special shout out to Ro. Thanks for being a guest. This is a very dope conversation. And y'all, right now, make sure you're listening to the song of the week, which is Glow Up. This is my joint. It's playing. Like right now, it's finna play.
Yeah.
Like right now. Don't listen to the song.
See, now they want
And
to.
then-
They don't
Listen to this
Don't
track.
plan it. It's right now.
I would stop listening.
Don't.
Well,
a
stop
great song.
talking.
All right, y'all catch us next week. We out.
Welcome to the House of
I'm back, I'm reloaded. Brought you the winner, the coldest. I grew up the oldest, so I understand. If you jacking my style, you just my little brothers. No matter who stole it, I swear you can tell when it's over. It's rolling the track on this going. I came from the back of the bat trying to slow up my plan of attack. It got telling me glow. So what I'ma do? Hey. Catch me mobbing with the crow. We don't push garbage, just troll. Keeping it honest is pro. Matter of fact, you can fact check all of my past in the booth. Used to ride on the L and they come here to lose. But through fire and hell and they come out consumed. What you talking about? Boy, you off count. I ain't never ran out of no music. Had on my classes, I'm always a student. I'm full of passion, shit, blood for the movement. Got love for the misfits and weirdest and losers. If aim in your lane, we ain't riding congruent. Aiming to change the confines of the foolish. The devils around me is binding and loosing. It's time to get used to me. Usually I would stay cool, but Josie told me I should go ahead and do it now. I've been working hard on myself. I've been seeking God for some help. Just some time trying to find my mind wasn't mine. Now I'm shining for everybody else. I call this the glow. I call this the glow. I just had to grow. I call this the glow. I promised myself I ain't leaving this time until Jesus come back. Put it all on the line for my team, ain't no slacking between you and me. Dropping weekly is practice, been scheming on taxes to eat who competing for breakfast. The team is complete and you seeing the efforts of future well leaders and media experts. Ain't selling when I'm under pressure. Can't tell if I don't ever let you. Going through hell like a red election. You only fell when it's your perspective. Lessons etched in stone on my chest and hard and why I'm so dismissive of conjectures. Cause you know in part, but I felt my soul turning dark. I know the pain of a hole in the heart. Funny as artists, how we won't responses, but don't wanna be held responsible. Know that the constant is there in your conscience. Watch what you conjure when spouting that nonsense and chasing that clout. Got no more responses for clowns who just want controversy and doubt. I done came way too far just to bail. I done worked way too hard on myself. Struggling in dark, gave up on my art. Now I can finally come to declare that this is the law. I call this the glow. I just had to grow up. I call this the glow.